in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I finally faced Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Fearless.
Hello there, it's Steve-O here from the Elite FPL podcast, and yes, we are back. We are back proper good, and I've got some bad news. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to stream tonight. The simple answer is that I really do need to speak to Jason about what's going on here, because, simply put, because I'm doing this through Wi-Fi, for whatever reason, everything is going to pot, and I keep banging on about this. We have been doing 3.5 hour streams perfectly fine throughout the whole pre-season, and then it comes to when the game actually launches and everything on my end is going to pot, and I'm really I'm not happy with it, and I can only apologise. I am going to do as Vince Chapman always tells me to do, which is persist with this. But if this just keeps disconnecting, I'm going to turn it off. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to. But yeah, Sterling, wow. And talking of people that are regular contributors to this show, Brett Mollison, you're one of our big winners today. Cameron Rawcliffe, aka FPL Kid on Instagram, fair play to you. Captainers of Sterling, he's come in with a huge result today. You must be loving life. I'm kind of, in a way, a bit annoyed that I didn't captain him. I did say last night that if Sterling does well versus West Ham, I think I'm going to have to go with what the history says. I wanted to captain him. I mentioned on the streams, you can all see it back. I wanted to captain him. I thought the history said it all, Captain Sterling. Did I bother going with it? Well, we all know I went with the safety option. But I'm happy with it. I'm not going to proclaim to... I was a bit disappointed in Jason saying that he was gutted that he didn't captain Sterling. I never once heard him ever mention about... Here we go. This is the rivalry that's happening between me and Jason. I never once heard him mention about captaining Sterling. But that aside, I'm not happy with one of his players that he played today. For reasons that we'll go into in a second. But, yeah, wow. What a day. Spurs just finishing 3-1. So what I'm going to do is that, Carl Kirsten straight away saying history said Bournemouth wouldn't beat Sheffield United. Yeah. The history, I've just been totting up the results for the prediction game the other day. But I'm not going to go through with it now. It's an absolute waste of time. But... yeah, but then again, the history also predicted a 0-0 between Watford and Brighton, and again, I'm going to be laying into Jason about all this. But anyhow, let's just quickly get on with the fixtures today. What I will say is that if you are wanting to come live on air, please get in that Discord now. I want to get through callers as quickly as possible. It's going to be a really busy evening. I'm kind of only wanting to be going for an hour, because to be honest with you, the indicator down on my bottom right is just going mental, and I'm absolutely raging. And I do find it ironic, though, that... actually, I'm not even going to mention about the tech issues. Let's just get on with it. So, yeah, let's just get people in the Discord and we'll start chatting. But as we all know, last night, 4-1, Liverpool versus Norwich. Van Dijk, Origi and Salah, and a Hanley own goal. We had Alexander-Arnold, Firmino and Origi and Salah all getting on the assist there. We then move on to today's games. Now this is the big one. Now I did see someone mention earlier on, I think it may have been Littman, I can't remember now, but someone did mention that I did say about Salah, Kane, Sterling, maybe Aubameyang all cancelling each other out this week. And so far, within reason... You know, okay, Sterling getting a hat-trick, but within reason, it looks like they are all going to cancel each other out. But Sterling, of course, the guy that's really come out on top this week with a hat-trick today. Aguero getting one, Jesus. Mahrez, not a single person mentioned him regarding the picks for our fantasy teams, and because everybody went for the obvious choice of Bernardo Silva, he was benched today. So yeah, Mahrez getting a hat-trick of assists. We all thought that would be Kevin De Bruyne. No. He got an assist, but more infuriating, and we'll get into it in a minute, or we'll get into it now, is that he's going to get a bonus point. I'm not swearing, and anybody that does come on live, please do not swear, but I'm fuming with that, because the one differential Jason has over me and De Bruyne, I'm thinking, well, Sigurdsson and Fraser, they may get something today. And the simple answer is no, did absolutely FA. And not only that, I'm thinking, okay, not a problem at all. Kevin De Bruyne got 6 points or whatever. But he's going to get a bonus point. And you're going to love my beef in a minute. I mean, this is just outrageous. But coming on to Bournemouth, drawing 1-1 there. When I saw who scored for Bournemouth, I just like, yeah, typical. The one player that not a single human being in the world of fantasy football owns goes and scores for Bournemouth. We got assisted by Wilson, but everybody owns Wilson. Billy Sharp, of course. Andy, aka Resi Dezel in the chat. Andy, I don't know if he kept Billy Sharp, but he was somebody that was coming on during the pre-season on a regular basis, owning Billy Sharp. So I'm wondering if he did actually go through with him in the end. On to my lads, Burnley. 3-0. Absolutely amazing. Ashley Barnes getting 2 goals. Goodmunson getting the other. And Eric Peters. I found it absolutely hilarious that people were in the Discord and various other things saying, what? Charlie Taylor? And also on Jason's stream earlier. Charlie Taylor injured? What's going on and stuff? This news broke a few days back, and people were coming to me saying who will start. And I was like, well, it's going to be Eric Peters. I said all along that I'd like to think that Sean Dyche will start with Eric Peters because of his Premier League experience. And then I said, oh, well, actually, do you know what? I'll backtrack. And actually, I think Charlie Taylor probably has proven himself now to Dyche that he's good enough. So actually, he'll probably get the nod. We find out he got injured. And if you're going to choose Charlie Taylor, swap him to Eric Peters immediately. And no one did it. And Eric Peters goes and rewards us with 2 assists. He's going to get 2 bonus points, along with Ashley Barnes getting 3 and Goodmunson getting the other one. So, yeah. And what I will say on this is that when Burnley have confidence, get on them. Now, admittedly, this is the worst time to get on because we got Arsenal next week and we got not a hope in hell of doing anything versus them. But, yeah, I would advise after the Arsenal game, depending on how we play against, if we put up a brick wall against Arsenal and they find it a struggle to break us down, like they normally do, and it ends something like 1-0 to Arsenal, maybe even optimistically 0-0, 1-1 or something, then jump onto Burnley assets immediately. Maybe double up with Nick Pope and, I don't know, Eric Peters or something, or if you want a Shaw starter, Matt Loughton. But certainly get on the bandwagon now. Now then, we're going to come on to something in a minute. Crystal Palace 0, Everton 0. I mean, we all saw Everton's problems in pre-season, and I did mention this on one of the streams regarding people going with Calvert-Lewin and Keane, and saying that they do need something to help that strike force because they just can't seem to score for love and the money. And proven again today, 0-0 with the bonus points there. It looks like it's going to be Mino, Keane and Pickford of all players. Martin Kelly though did actually start today. Now then, on to my beef with a fantasy football player, and this is when I want to stick a middle finger up to you, Matt Ryan. Here we go, everybody. Matt Ryan keeps a clean sheet against Watford in a 3-0 win. Decore getting an own goal, and if you remember last night when we were going through mine and Jason's old mini league, one of the people actually had Decore in his team. But anyhow, and then with the other goals with Andon and Mbappe, and along with Dunk of all players, Gross and Proper getting the assists. And my understanding is Trossard, I don't know if he actually came on or not, but he certainly didn't start. But yeah, this is my beef. Matt Ryan, I had you for about 12-13 games expecting you to get a clean sheet. You got absolutely nothing, and even when you did get a clean sheet, you got me no save points. Of course, when Jason chooses him for his team, this is my point about mine and Jason's rivalry. It's going to come down to me catching up with these petty little things which I can't have, which are completely out of my control. In this case, Matt Ryan, he gets a clean sheet, fair enough, okay, you know what, yeah, fair enough. But he gets a save point, okay, that's okay, I'm getting a bit annoyed, but that's fine. Then he also gets a flaming bonus point. You're taking the, do you know what I mean? That really, really infuriates me, especially when your rival, your co-host, actually flaming as him as well. And yeah, that means that Jason's going to get ahead of me here. And then, of course, Spurs just now it ended 3-1, I'm pretty sure it did. Kane getting 2 goals and Ndombele getting 1. Lucas Moura with the assist. We know that FPL Boona was there at the match now. I wonder if he'll come on live, but I'm sure that game will the game will update soon. But what I'll do is I'll just quickly bring up the points on my screen right now. This is what everybody's going to be looking at. What did Steve-O get? It's pretty much what everybody else got, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's not going to be anything special. I think it's 79 points. Yeah, it's nothing special. There we are. Am I happy with this? Yeah, of course I'm blinking happy with this. I'm very, very happy with it. I mean, barring the odd FPL gods going against me regarding Matt Ryan, as I've just explained just now, I'm relatively happy with this. I'm a bit perplexed at the fact that this Gilles Gilbert didn't play for Aston Villa. Is Dean Smith doing a Sean Dyche and going with his trusted team that he played in the Championship last year? Who knows? But yeah, didn't play today. That's a bit concerning, considering I'd specifically brought him in as my 4.5 definite, quote, unquote, definite starter, and he didn't start. So that's a bit concerning. Very concerning. Very, very rare to have a back line, including goalkeeper, getting in the points as well. I'm going to cherish that moment, I can assure you. Wow, and of course, I've only got Perez left to play tomorrow. Jason's got Wan-Bissaka on top of me, so he's got Wan-Bissaka as his differential. But yeah, Sigurdsson getting me 3 points, Salah captain, Fraser there, Sterling of course, and then Wilson with this assist, and then Wesley that just played today but didn't get anything on the score sheet whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is the standard thing of let's get in that chat quickly. Like I said, I am going to be taking your calls. Everybody calm down. We are going to be speaking to you. As I keep saying, get tweeting out here because I believe that once you guys start tweeting about this show, it means that, guess what, people get to hear about us. And I know everybody on here wants to try and get this channel as big as possible and trying to tell the world how good this show is. Well, we need help from you guys as well. We can only do so much advertising. If you can get out there tweeting about this particular show, please, by all means. I also want to say that we had absolute record-breaking figures yesterday. An absolutely extraordinary effort here. Again, I want to say thank you to Jason for the first hour and a half. Mwah, that was absolutely superb audio that I listened to this morning, and then when I came on, it just amped up a bit more with my anger towards his team selection, and then I haven't listened to it all, I'm not going to lie. I don't think I'm going to be able to listen to a further 3 hours, but yeah, I think that is one where if you were there live and you were there the whole 5 hours, thank you so much. That was absolutely phenomenal. And I woke up this morning, and as I always do, I checked the views just to see how many people watched. 18,000. That stream in total so far, 18,000 people clicked on it or stayed with us for a period of time, but that is absolutely phenomenal. I know you guys are the core audience of mine and Jason, well, our show basically, the Elite FPL show, and these call-ins are absolutely well, they've brought a new level, as everybody keeps banging on. I can only, me and from the bottom of as Jason always likes to say, from the bottom of my heart and Jason's heart, thank you so much for joining us. Right then, now I can breathe for about 30 seconds. Let's start seeing who is in the chat, just briefly. I'm not going to do a Jason and name check half a billion of you. I'm going to go for the few that have been here since virtually the start, because I want to get the calls in. I want to get the reaction. And by the way, if you want to get your team up, make sure you get in that Discord and you put it in the Rate My Team so I can bring it up. So get the points up, get your point screen up, put it in the Rate My Team, come live on air, boast, let me sympathise with you. I won't, because you're a rival, but let me sympathise with you and we can get on this journey together. This is the massive narrative, and Daily Llama, you'll be pleased with this. I have decided to make a bit of a diary about this particular season. I'm taking this really slow, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to pick up highlights from each stream which have stood out. And from yesterday's highlight as an example, I found the one of our regular contributors, Phil captaining Firmino yesterday, and I don't think he even had Salah or Sterling. I'm pretty sure he went without Salah and Sterling. Could you imagine that? And he said he was going to win the Cash Mini League. Ha! Oh well, Phil, what a shame to you. Quite a few people triple captaining Salah and then realising now that actually not as good as what you'd expect, and I completely agree. Really, people that didn't even triple captain Salah, that actually had Trent Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk and Salah himself as captain. I'm looking at people like FPL Boona, pretty much got the same points with people that triple captain him. And of course that moment where I was angry with Jason for choosing the old 4-4-2 formation. But yeah, I'm just going to make little notes from each stream, and then at the end of the season we can do like a bit of maybe a highlights package or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's all in the name of fun. I want to get a few topics on the go as well. I know I said I was going to name check you guys, but there's just so much to discuss. So I want to get a few topics on the go as well. I don't want to just be looking at people's points. Really, it's these two topics. Number one, now we've predominantly had about 75% of the it's 70% of the matches played. Are you happy with the team that you've chosen? I did find Theo from Australia quite funny when he said he came live on air after the deadline. He said, "Oh, I'm not really happy with my team," and I just laughed and I thought, well, you've been on air all pre-season. If you're not happy with your team, then what have you been doing for the whole time? Do you know what I mean? Again, you're a rival, so I'm going to be I say horrible, but you know what I'm getting at. And yeah, are you happy with the team that you've got? Are you potentially going to be wildcarding? Are you? Have you already made a transfer? Let me know. It'd be fascinating to hear guys telling me that. And also, are you? If I've written down here. Oh yeah, are you looking to? Yeah, basically, are you looking to make a transfer already? Basically. So anyway, let's get on with the Shaban. You've been there for quite a while actually, so good evening to you. Welcome to the stream. Alex Summerson, Sultan Saeed, welcome. Massive fan of the show now. Cameron Rawcliffe, aka FPL Kid. Super USA, yes. Kane doesn't score in August, does he? Yeah. It just drives me up the wall, these little things like that. Superstitions or whatever you want to call it. Leon FPL, come on you Spurs. Nah. Brett Mollison is there. I'd love to get you live on air, mate. I really do want to get you live on air and get you boasting. Zulu Ninja, good evening to you. Carl Kirsten, Fantasy Football Focus. Alex Summerson, cannot wait for match of the day tonight. Lots of chat going on. It's the same old thing. Yeah, Crispus. 80 points with Perez and Aaron Wan-Bissaka to play. Yeah, I think that's predominantly what most people have got, to be honest with you. Yash Vardin, welcome to the chat. Rezi Desalandi there, welcome and everything. And yeah, I'm just going to straight to calls because I'll be here all night looking for the stream and everything. Again, I'm going to make this point. I am going to try and make this only about an hour, to be honest with you, because I'm really, really concerned about the quality of this stream, and I don't want the quality of this stream to be hindered because of just basically rubbish internet, to be honest with you. Nuno Santo, great stream. My team is show me the Mane. I don't have a clue what that is meaning. By the way, Steve, I'm in third place. I genuinely don't know what you're going on about there, Nuno Santo. Steve, I'm in third place. Wonder if you're referring to Burnley. That possible, yeah. There's a chance that Burnley could be ahead of Liverpool, but I think Liverpool are going to stay second because of goals scored. FPL Penguin, welcome. I know you did very, very well. I've got 76 points so far with Trizio, Tielemans and Jota left to play. Excellent. Ray Joyce, welcome to the stream. Cy Bellamy, welcome to the stream. No, we need you to 11. Unfortunately, I can't. The Wi-Fi gods are not allowing me to do that, unfortunately. So there's nothing I can do about that. Right then, let's get on with this Discord because I want to get your calls on. I want to shut up talking and let's get you guys live on air. So we'll get, and I'm only really going to be wanting you guys on there for just a few minutes or so because I know we're going to be really, really busy. FPL Hot Sauce, I'm going to get you straight on live on air right now. So FPL Hot Sauce, and make sure everybody that the stream is muted and your microphone is unmuted, so to speak. So here we go, FPL Hot Sauce. Your team will be coming up. Good evening, FPL Hot Sauce.
How you doing, mate? All right.
I'm. Do you know what? I'm actually happy with this particular game. What about yourself? I'll get your team up in a minute. What about you?
Yeah. About this. Well, I'm not gonna gloat too. Kane's just saved me bacon. To be honest, a bit like you. And there's a few things.
Wow.
A few things which are kind of So, I think I've got a good picture of what I need to do.
First of all,
forward. But yeah, about 81 I'm on with Perez left, so same as you, mate.
Mate,
around that now.
Congratulations. I've got to say, you must be happy with the Kane captaincy. I'm assuming he's going to get 3 bonus?
Yeah, he's got the 6 point. Yeah, well, 3 bonus.
Well done. Well.
80.
What were you thinking after last night, and then obviously Sterling getting a hat-trick? Were you just in absolute, pandemonium, basically?
Yeah, I mean, I knew a few would be on the captain for Sterling, so I was a bit like, that put more pressure on Kane doing well for me, especially with Salah with him. But I actually watched that Spurs game. I've got to admit, Steve, I weren't convinced by him by any stretch. I mean, we were 5 minutes off him blanking. Do you know what I mean? So.
But then again, a world-class striker in a team which is going to be challenging for the title, no matter what people say they are. He's going to be up there trying to poach those goals, isn't he?
True, yeah, and I do think he'll get the golden boot. But I just so many times. What's frustrating is when the team aren't doing so well. He looks like he's the first one to try and come deep to receive the ball, and then when you're watching him do that, it is a bit worrying, a bit concerning. I think I need to get a City defender in there. I think they'll better Liverpool this year for clean sheets. I think so. I need to get in a City player, whether it's Zinchenko or playing it safe or Laporte. I think I just need to make sure I've got a City defender in the next couple of weeks.
I think you've got. I mean, talking of which, you've just reminded me. What are your thoughts on Walker? All last season, I don't even think he got a single assist. And then this year, when people are thinking, do you know what, to save that 0.5 or maybe bring him in because he's guaranteed a start, he goes and gets a clean sheet and a flaming assist. Yeah,
Walker, I think, should have been a good option for most. I mean, last season he started at 6.5, and then this season he's coming at a reduced price. You have to expect he underperformed on those assists because, providing he plays the same amount of minutes, he would have to get a few more for me. And we saw enough in the Community Shield. We had that dummy run in the Community Shield. He cleared off the line. He was overlapping like an Olympic sprinter. So I'm a bit annoyed because I could have potentially left out King and got Walker in or a City defender in. That was my other alternative. But yeah, just one of them things. I think we have to give the Bournemouth attack the end of game week 2, like we all said, because if one of them is Fraser or King or Wilson go mad in that game, then it kind of justifies over the 2 games. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see some of the highlights in a bit more detail.
Apparently, yeah, go on, get your annoyance. I like this.
Yeah, Ryan's an absolute pet hate. Don't start me off on that, mate, because Ryan's just, like, for me, I was put off with Ryan because of the Watford fixture, and he's gone and kept a clean sheet, and he's got a few easier fixtures ahead.
It's not the clean sheet, mate. It's the fact that he got the save and the flaming single bonus.
Yeah. He made hardly any saves last year. I bet when you had him in for that run last year, I bet he made no saves for you. He goes and gets the bonus point and 3 saves today. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's so annoying.
So
the thing is, I wanted a way into the Sheffield United defence, and I went to their keeper Henderson. But looking like Lundstrom starting for 4 mil, still in centre mid. So I'm a bit annoyed at myself because I think Ryan and Button were the 2 to go for really. For your reserve keeper as well. So, yeah, he's annoyed me. I'll share your anger on that one, mate.
What I was going to say, just quickly, is so straight away looking at your team, what are you... I know you just said about getting in a Man City player, but are you thinking of doing that transfer, or are you going to save that transfer for game week 3 and maybe make a mini wildcard with a -4?
Well, I was always intent on the Kane to Aubameyang and then back again. So... I'm going to watch Aubameyang tomorrow in this new Arsenal sort of line. It depends if Pepe plays, but I'm still thinking about the hokey cokey, to be honest, because Aubameyang will go in as my captain for game week 2. and I just hope Sterling doesn't maybe go mad against Tottenham, which he may not. But yeah, Tottenham didn't look very good today either at the back. So it depends, but I am 50-50 on this hokey cokey.
Brilliant. Okay.
And I won't be taking hits to bring in a City player. So if I do the hokey cokey, I'll have to wait until game week 4 until I bring in a City defender. So a lot rests on that. It may be something to think about.
Brilliant. Hot Sauce, thank you for joining us live tonight.
Yeah, legend, mate. Cheers, pal.
Cheers, dude. Take it easy.
Well done.
Thank you. There we are, FPL Hot Sauce then. Now then, I want to get Phil on. Phil, you're coming live on air. Let's get you on. Phil, you are live on the Elite FPL calling, my friend. Oh.
How's it going, Steve?
I'm fine. I want to know how you're feeling.
Have you ever run into a brick wall before?
Yes, I have. It hurts. Did you? I mean, I don't want to. I'm not here to make fun of you. I'm not here for anybody on the chat to be making fun of you. But did you post your team in the Discord like now so we can bring up your points? Would you be willing to do that or not?
You can go to the bottom of the league if you want to check out my team.
Okay, we'll do that in a minute. So straight away, your captain Firmino last night.
Yeah.
What were you thinking after the game?
That if he could, if he just was greedy and didn't pass to Salah to get him the first goal and turned and shot, it could have been a completely different game. And then Discord's been a great help today. The amount of laugh that we've had during the games. Yeah,
have you? That's a good question. Before we bring up your team, have you found the Discord today then?
I've been in there literally all day with Everton. By the reports I was getting from the Everton game, Sigurdsson should have scored like 100 points today.
Oh, you're joking. Why?
Sigurdsson cross, Digne cross. I've got both of them. Then Sigurdsson gets taken off. Then today in the game, I didn't have Trossard playing, so I had Wesley coming off on the bench. It was all looking good with the 1-0. They let in the goal. Then second, literally in the same breath, I hear someone go, "Oh, Wesley's been taken off."
Oh, was he? How many minutes did he play then?
65, 70 minutes.
Oh,
so
interesting.
That's a big concern going forward if he's only played that.
Yeah. So I'm looking at your team here. I'm going to ask the question straight away. Are you happy with it moving forward, or are you just thinking I've got to do something immediately?
Well, I was just in the waiting room earlier. I was like, could I do a -4 now and go for the wild card next week? But I think I'm still going to stick to my plan. No transfer this week. Next week will be Aubameyang out, possibly all the way down to Greenwood, and then bring in Son, and then probably Sterling for Sigurdsson and Fraser.
Right.
Give Trossard another week or two.
I mean, I've just hit me. Your thoughts about today's game? Sterling hat-trick.
Oh. Good luck to the guy, innit?
Right, no, in all seriousness, I know we've spoken to everybody to death about this, but are you thinking now, why on earth did I not go with Salah or Sterling or both?
I still stand to my plan, Steve. If Salah had blanked, if Sterling had blanked, Firmino had got a goal and an assist, De Bruyne had got a goal and an assist, my team looks a lot healthier. Sigurdsson could have done something for me, but...
The issue is, I know this is all hindsight and now we get more different ideas, but aren't you... I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, but Firmino, De Bruyne, yeah, they're key creators to their teams, but it's Salah and Sterling, they're the ones that are actually going to be in there, in the box to get you the goals.
Yeah.
That's what I see it as, and that's why for my team I've gone with players which I just know for fact are always going to be in the points. I mean, I did find the comment that you made about Sigurdsson quite interesting. That's a bit of confidence. I was told by Jason that Bournemouth were looking, well, basically rubbish. Thoughts on Bournemouth?
Yeah, I'm glad that I did try and have King in at one point, and then I had Wilson in. I think Fraser's probably the fit. If you're going to go one player, Fraser's the better option. A lot's got to go through him. But I won't be keeping Fraser in my team after game week 2 anyway.
No, you've got Perez left. Are you hopeful tomorrow, or you think your luck is just completely? Oh no, you've got Wan-Bissaka as well, or are you just writing this game week off full stop? Oh, and Aubameyang,
I could-
sorry, yeah.
I could still pick up 20 points tomorrow, 25 points. If I can get to 55, 60, I'm happy with that for this week.
Yeah, like isn't it funny how this game week 1 has started similar to last year's game week 1? People in the barring the odd person like yourself, whatever. But the point being is that quite a high scoring game week.
Yeah, massive scores this week. It wouldn't surprise me if the highest is going to be maybe 120 if someone's got the trilogy of Salah, Sterling and Kane.
Well, we just had hot sauce on just now, and he had that exact combination. So, yeah, absolutely frightening. Phil, mate, thank you for coming on the show and sharing your your disappointment. Really, any more final thoughts before we let you go?
Tomorrow's a new day, bro.
It is a new day, my friend, and on that note, thank you very much, and we'll bring Zulu Ninja live on air. So Zulu Ninja, you got to make sure that you unmute your mic and your headphones. Just for anybody that's watching us right now, just hit that like button, show your support, get tweeting about us, get that. We want to get this call as big as possible. We want to get your live reactions to what's happened to today's games. I want to get insight into teams and everything, just like Phil mentioned about Sigurdsson. I found it really, really interesting what he was saying about Sigurdsson. So yes, Zulu Ninja, welcome to the stream, my friend.
Yeah, right.
I am very, very good indeed, my friend. Have you posted your team in the Discord for your points?
Literally just uploaded it now.
Right, if you there we are, done, cool. So, how many points have you got today then, my friend?
80 plus bonuses still to come, and Wan-Bissaka to play tomorrow.
Oh, we've got a Sterling captain. Congratulations, you must be absolutely loving life.
Yes, I was bricking it going into that Man City game this morning. But
Oh, come on.
It paid off.
Come on, if you'd seen our prediction game and everything and the history, it suggested that Sterling should do pretty well, if not, better than what Sterling did versus West Ham.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, everyone was going Salah captain, so I thought, right, that's a differential pick is going Sterling captain. It's one way of trying to get a few extra points than other people. So,
what's your?
It worked.
Yeah, no, I congratulate you. Fair play to you. And you're going to be what? Sterling's going to get a 3 bonus, so that's a further 6 points, 86. And Lucas Moura may potentially get in there. I doubt it, but. Straight away, Moise Keane, are you happy with that pick still, or are you disappointed that you've brought him in?
Well, he only got 10 minutes on the pitch when they Everton had 11 players. And Sigurdsson got not Sigurdsson, Schneiderlin got sent off. Yeah. So see what he does next week.
Yeah.
See what he does next week.
I'll ask the question. The game week is 70% old, and are you happy with the team that you've got moving into next week? Or are you?
I knew when I picked the team, Alderweireld would be getting transferred out for game week 2. I knew that when I picked the team, that's still going to happen. Who's going to come in to replace him? I still haven't made my mind up yet. Possibly Zuma, I'll see how he plays tomorrow. Possibly Maguire. I just don't know yet which defender's going to come in to replace him.
Yeah, that's the key thing. That's
still up in
the
the
issue.
But, the goalkeeper, he performed brilliantly today, just to rub salt in the wound, Steve-O.
Yeah. Oh, you've got Matt Ryan. Oh,
Yes, I have.
It's just that. It's not necessarily this. It's that bonus point, that single bonus point. I don't want to keep banging on about it. When you've got a rival in, like I have with Jason, I get so bitter towards these particular players, and I just cannot believe he just got that one bonus point. Are you confident with Wan-Bissaka? I mean, most people think that both teams are going to score tomorrow. Do you think maybe Wan-Bissaka may get in the attacking returns?
Yeah, if he bombs on down the wings like he did for Palace, then I don't see why he can't at least create opportunities and possibly chip in with an assist. Then hopefully he can do exactly that. Defensively, who knows what Man United are going to be like. I think they're going to have a decent season this year. Possibly pushing for top 4, so I think he's going to be a decent pick, and for $5.5 million, it's not a bad choice. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Have you got any final words before we let you go, my friend?
No, it's like Phil was saying earlier, the Hangout chat earlier was absolutely superb. It was like a Sky Sports news centre.
Fantastic.
We had reports coming in from every single game. It was absolutely superb. So if anyone's not on the Discord, get involved, guys. You're missing out.
That's an interesting thought process. Was there anything that was told to you through the Discord chat where you were thinking, that's interesting information that I'd never have had access to before?
What, today or?
Well, yeah, today, yeah, when you were doing the hangouts today, yeah.
Not really. It was just good just getting bang up to date information of like how the teams were playing, how bad Bournemouth were doing, the chances Sigurdsson was making and failing with, and it was just awesome to just be involved in that atmosphere.
Fantastic. That's really, really good to hear, and that's exactly the reason why we've got this Discord, to get people like yourself and everybody getting involved. Zulu Ninja, really, really appreciate you coming on, and we'll speak to you again soon.
I'm sure you will.
Cheers. There's Zulu Ninja there with his thought processes. Before we get back on the call-ins, let's quickly go through a few... Actually, do you know what? I'm just going to avoid the chat. The chat, I'm going to say it now, you are going absolutely berserk. You are all discussing your wonderful day of football. I think it's been an absolutely... well, like I said to Phil just a minute ago, and like I said to Hot Sauce, I think that this particular game week has been exactly like last season, to be honest with you. I think that we've all had, majority of us have had a really good one. Some of us have had an absolute stormer, like Hot Sauce has. So, yeah, let's bring on the next caller. Like I said, if you are brand new to this and you're enjoying what myself and Jason are doing, simply hit that subscribe button. I can assure you now we are just going to get bigger and bigger and better with all this calling stuff to react live on air. So, Ramsey FPL, we will get you live on air next, so make sure that you unmute your mic, and we'll be able to discuss your particular team. I know you posted it up here somewhere, but if you could potentially... Oh, there it is there. We'll get Ramsey FPL on. So Ramsey FPL, you are live with the Elite FPL calling, my friend. Ramsey FPL, speak to the nation. No, he's gone. He's not listening in. I'm going to get Notorious Nerd in. Notorious Nerd, get ready. Please tell me you've posted your team somewhere so I'll be able to at least bring it up to the audience for you to show off, or maybe even get things off your chest regarding everything. Do you know what? Tornado Gangster, get ready with unmuting your mic and your headset, because I'll get you on in a second as well. But Notorious Nerd, you're live on the Elite FPL calling, my friend. Notorious Nerd, you are live. No, he's...
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you are back. I was just about to take you off then, and you're back. Yes, Notorious Nerd, welcome to the Elite FPL calling, my friend. How's your game week going so far?
Yeah, it's been going pretty good. One or two picks didn't work for me, but overall I'm pretty happy with the average score that I've got.
You're being a bit secret there. What is your score that you've got?
Yeah?
Yeah, what is the score? Oh, you've got 70, right, I can bring it up on screen. Right, there it is there. So,
Posted it in the Rate My Team.
Brilliant, that's excellent. So you're on 77 points at the moment. Matt Ryan, oh God, I don't want to see any more Matt Ryans basically, but wow!
Yeah.
You've done what I've done, which is you've got all your defence have brought in the points. You must be very happy with that. And you've gone with Matt. You went with Matt Lawton in the end.
Yeah, I went with Lawton in the end because the Eric Peters pick seems to be like Taylor's to be not nailed, so I went with Lawton to be more nailed. And yeah, he got clean.
Did you not
Very
though?
happy with it.
Did you not think about taking the advice that I gave you? Well, gave everybody, which is, well, Taylor's injured, Eric Peters is an absolute guaranteed starter. We're just thinking it's just a transfer waiting to happen. Let's just bring in someone that's a definite starter. Because obviously Eric Peters today got 2 assists.
Yeah, I mean, I still had my doubts, so I didn't know who was nailed between those two, so I went with the safe pick. I thought Lawton because, yeah, it seemed the press conference that he was going to play.
Yeah. I think, like you said, you've gone with the safety option. Straight away, it's Trossard that didn't play for you. It was your punt that you were telling the audience and everything through our Discord and obviously live on air. You were saying about Trossard being that key man to Brighton. Didn't even play. What's going on there? Do you know?
Oh, it was surprising. It was really for many people that he didn't play. Basically,
a different formation that the manager decided to play in this game week, but hopefully in the next game week, the next game, like they're playing at home, I think he's gonna even a start because Moray is not going to play every game. Feel.
Oh, yeah. You're breaking up there a bit, Notorious Nerd. We got the gist of that. I'm going to take you off air because I don't want to. I know we got quite a lot of calls. So, Notorious Nerd, thank you for coming live on the Elite FPL Call, my friend.
Thanks for having me. Best of luck for the rest of the game.
You too. There we are. Notorious Nerd there. Tornado Gangster. We're going to bring you live on air right now. Tornado Gangster, you are live on the Elite FPL Call, my friend.
Hello.
Hello, my friend. Are you all happy with your game week so far? I know you've posted your team, so I'll bring it up in a minute. But are you happy?
It's okay. 61 with.
Oh, okay. Okay, 61 points. Let's just quickly bring up the. Yeah, it must be a bit disappointing after today's games, particularly. There it is, just there. Oh, you've got Harry Kane. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's.
Scared like for the first until the end of the game. Right? That's where Harry Kane got his points. I was like, I thought I was going to be like, because I was at 50. I was at 55 before he had 2 goals. I was like, would I end up at 55, like 60 around range? Then
How were you? How were you feeling after Sterling had scored the hat trick?
Yeah, that was a lot of people who have him got a big jump, or at least have a big jump in the standings in all leagues.
So now we have now we have some hindsight. Are you now regretting not having Sterling and having only De Bruyne instead?
A little bit, but not as much. Have a chance of bringing Sterling later on in my wild card or double game week free hit. But at the moment, yeah, you could say. But I would have been less. I would have been if let's say Kane didn't score those 2 goals. I would have said that I would have been okay with no Sterling. If Kane didn't score, yeah, I would have said that I would have regretted it. But
Here's a simple question for you. Kane doesn't score the 2 goals. Are you then thinking, right, I'm ripping this team up, I'm hitting the wild card and to bring in Sterling, or are you thinking I've got to get in Sterling somehow, or are you thinking, nope, let's calm down? I know.
Probably will do something like that if Kane didn't score.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. The trials and tribulations of
Right now, in this, actually, it's not even related to Elite FPL, but sorry, give me a second. The thing I'm in a very for me before school was okay. Now I'm a thing, but like I'm in another community I'm in. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
I'm in another community league that I'm in. I'm in a very interesting setting of how they do the league. Basically, where it's like an eliminated type of league. I don't know if you know, but it's basically if a person scores points and ends at 0, they get eliminated from the league completely. And
Right.
then it's so right now I'm at 61. So only.
Oh, I see. Right. No, I understand. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
So basically, if the score ends with a 0, they get eliminated throughout the season. So if my score ends with 0 in game week 1, I'm out for the rest of the season. Or game week 1.
Sounds like Tornado. Thank you for joining us live on there. We got to get through a load of calls. All right, mate. Thank you for joining us. Cheers, dude. Right then, we got a special guest live on air right now. It's FPL Boona. You were live at the game today. Good evening, FPL Boona.
Hey dude, yeah, I'm on the train at the moment, so I thought I'd jump in, but I won't speak too much because there'll be a bit of background disturbance and I don't want to really disturb the quality of the stream, but what a day, hey?
Yeah, well, we'll just get straight into it. How was the game?
It was a game off 2 halves, 80 minutes a nightmare, and then a great end, wasn't it? Oh, my head was all over the place today. I went into Hangouts at half time and vented my frustrations.
So what frustrations did you have about today's game? I want to get some really good insight into Tottenham because we did hear that Kane looked like he was dropping quite deep.
He did. but we was terrible all over the gaff. We were run over by Villa, to be honest. Walker Peters was terrible. He's coming out of my FPL team very, very quickly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Son didn't. Mora didn't do much. Kane didn't really do anything until his first goal. Didn't look good, and I'm worried for next week. I reckon we could get thrashed. I'm not even joking.
Really? That's... Boone,
Really regretting. Yeah, go on.
I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of background noise.
Yeah, I'll mute myself and stay on if that's alright.
Yeah, that's fine. Just one quick... Oh, it's just me.
Yeah.
Just one quick question. Are you regretting not owning Kane?
Kind of, yeah. But I'm more regretting owning Mora and Walker Peters though.
Thank you for that insight. Really appreciate it, Boone. We'll get you on when you're available and maybe out of background noise. I'm going to deliberately bring on FPL Defender next. So FPL Defender, make sure that you're ready to come live on air, and we'll be able to speak to you in a few seconds' time, which is pretty much now. So FPL Defender, you are live on the Elite FPL Call-in, my friend.
Hello there.
Hello there, FPL Defender. So we got your team up on screen right now. 87 points. Wow.
Yeah, it's 90 with Sterling bonus points.
Congratulations, my friend. Basically, it's virtually the same team as me, barring the odd player here and there. You must be ecstatic.
Yeah, it's just a Bournemouth fiasco. It could be a lot better, but I'm okay with it.
In what sense? Just the fact that they didn't perform today, the fact that you've just got 3 Bournemouth and you're not happy with that. How can you just expand on what you mean?
Yeah, that I have 3 Bournemouth, but yeah, I think that I will give them a chance next week, and then I will do a -4.
Interesting. A -4 next week, you're saying?
Yeah, I get all 3 out, all 3 Bournemouth players.
Wow, very, very interesting indeed. So why you're not just thinking of just maybe just getting rid of, I don't know, any one of the combination, just maybe doing it for free instead, like say getting rid of Wilson and Fraser to free up funds?
Yeah, I will take patience and wait to the next game and see what they do. If they are like shit against Aston Villa, I will take them out. But if they're doing okay, maybe I will keep King or Wilson. So yeah, it all depends. Because they have kind of good fixtures off the City. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly the thing. You know exactly what's going to happen. They're just when they play City, they're probably all going to score and everything. Just one quick final question, really. Are you happy with this? Well, you've just mentioned about those 3 particular players there, but overall, are you happy with the team that you've got that we can see in front of you?
Yeah, I'm happy. I think I don't have to do any drastical changes like wild carding and stuff. I think I picked the safe picks, and yeah, I'm okay with the 1 goal and 1 assist for my triple captain. So yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us, FPL Defender, and talking about your team so far.
Thank you.
Cheers. So we got Jason in chat. I think he's going to be having a go at me about tech, and I may as well just stop the stream. Apparently the callers are quite quiet. I don't understand why they're quiet, because they're absolutely blowing my headphones to pieces. So I don't know what's going on, Jason. Jason, are you coming live? Hello there. Hello, Jason. I think you may... No, Jason, there is no sound coming from... How ironic's that? I'll tell you what we're going to do. LFC Mert will bring you live on air right now. Hello?
Jason.
Yep. Everything's going so well, and the second someone mentions tech, everything goes to pot.
It's Steve.
Yeah? Right, let's just bring on a caller before I go absolutely nuts, because this is just ridiculous. Everything. LFC Mert, you are live on the Elite FPL calling. Good afternoon.
Hi Steve, how you doing?
Can you hear me loud and clear? Because I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Fantastic, that's all I want to hear, because the 2 people that are basically having a go at me about sound can't seem to hear me, but I can't even hear them, and yet I can hear you. So I can only apologise everybody in chat for all this hierarchy. Everything seems to be going well, but yeah, we're going to get your team up on screen right now, And you have done very, very well indeed. You've got a 5-4-1.
Steve, Jason's telling you to put his voice up, apparently.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Right, that's my bad. Hello, Jason. I can hear you.
Right, Steve. Yeah, I just wanted to come on because I was driving in my car and had you for my car speakers, and all the call has been really, really quiet. I think what it is in your Discord. In your OBS, you've got your desktop volume low, and you need to turn it up to max. Otherwise they're not going to. Well, they can hear them, but they're really low. Just turn your desktop audio up.
Done. Yeah.
See, yes. Now everybody should be able to hear everyone a bit better. Sorry for that, guys. But no worries. I'm gonna mute myself.
Well, hold a minute. Before you go, you must be loving life with Matt Ryan. Unbelievable.
Well, I heard your rant about me and having Matt Ryan on my team, but I always preferred to have Matt Ryan over Heaton or Pope or any other option at that price point. I was a bit lucky today. I'm not gonna lie. I got away with 2 bonus points and obviously save points, and I was worried that he wouldn't be able to maintain that clean sheet, but it was pretty awesome. So yeah, it's another one of those players that's got you infuriated, Steve.
And Kevin De Bruyne.
And Kevin, I never for once I never doubted Kevin De Bruyne. This guy is gonna get.
I heard you on the stream. Hold a minute. I heard you on the stream earlier on. You were basically screaming, saying, "I don't want to know anything about this game anymore." You were saying about Sterling, I don't care about Sterling if he scores another 10 goals. Kevin De Bruyne's off for 10 minutes. That's exactly what you said. Not word for word, but virtually.
Sorry, you broke up. You said, I don't care if Sterling scores 10 goals. No, it's all about Kevin De Bruyne. So, because he's the differential between me and you. So, how he performs is the most important for me. And I think he will be like he's going to have a crazy season. And I don't care that Harry Kane scored 2 goals. I was listening to the Spurs game. They didn't sound too convincing. Listening to Boona, they weren't too convincing. And I'm more confident owning a City asset in midfield going forward.
Right, excellent. Right, all the sound, everything's fine now. Everything's perfect. Jason, any more final thoughts?
No, just to say thank you everybody and for all the support again. And Steve-O, he's a bit mean, but he means well. And I'm not going to rise to the occasion. He can bash my team as much as he wants, but I don't care. It just makes me stronger. Makes me more keen to stay above him on the tables. And I guarantee, the end of this weekend, you're going to be looking up to me, Steve-O, thinking, what am I going to have to do? What I'm going to have to do to catch him?
Exactly. Cheers, Jason. Thank you so much. There was our co-host Jason there, bragging. But here we go. LFC Mert, you are live on the Elite FPL Call, and we've been hearing you chuckle away there. Simply put, you haven't got Sterling. You've got Kane. How are you feeling after today's games?
It was going all right until Sterling scored a hat-trick. Because I was watching the game. At first, I was thinking maybe I've done the right choice picking no Man City players. And then suddenly, goal after goal after goal. Next thing you know, Sterling's got a hat-trick and I'm falling behind in fantasy.
Are you... I should have asked Jason this actually, but I'm one of these FPL players that when I see a team like, say, Man City in this case, score 5 goals and Kevin De Bruyne only gets 1 assist, I just think... get rid, maybe. It's just not. If you can't get more than 1 assist in a 5-0 rout, then why do I own you? Are you like that, or are you just thinking, no, he's a season keeper?
Well, I think fantasy's more of a marathon than a sprint, so I think you have to give him time. Give him more game weeks, because we all know how fast Kevin De Bruyne is at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing tomorrow, you've got Pereira of Leicester and Perez. Are you confident in these two? Confident in Leicester?
I hope so. Because Wolves played only on Thursday, so hopefully Leicester can do something. And I don't know, I think I need at least 80 points to stay in the running because everyone's flown with their Man City players now. And that, although that's my disadvantage, Kane and Salah are sort of evening me out in a way.
Are you concerned about FPL Boona's points about Walker Peters looking absolutely shambolic?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm going to get rid of him after this game week. He did not look convincing at all. And yeah, I didn't really like Spurs today. Kane saved them single-handedly towards the end. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to get rid of him.
So that links us beautifully into this question of, are you happy with this team as it stands right now, and are you thinking of any transfers as we speak?
What I'm thinking about now is maybe putting in Zuma instead of Walker Peters. But at the moment, I'm happy with my team. I think Sigurdsson had an unlucky game. He had a lot of chances. Robertson as well. Because I've only had 3 players so far who haven't had good points, which is, I can't really complain about that.
Yeah, absolutely. LFC, what have you got left to say before we let you go? Any more final thoughts?
Not really. I just hope everyone has had a good game week, which from what I've seen they will have.
You don't mean that.
460. No, I do.
You don't mean it. You don't mean it at all. Get lost. Get off this call right now. Cheers, LFC. Thanks so much for joining us.
All right. Thank you.
Cheers, dude.
Thanks for having me on.
Oedipus. We want to get you live on next, so please make sure that your stream is turned down and we'll be able to speak to you all coherently about everything. Once again, I can only apologise about the technical issues that we've been having. I don't think it was too bad. I think maybe the sound maybe a bit quiet, but thankfully everything seems to be running a lot more smoother now. So maybe Cy Bellamy, I could be going on to 11 o'clock. I'm not going on to 11 o'clock, I can assure you. We're reaching the hour mark. That has just absolutely flown by. Oedipus, we are wanting to get you live on air. Please make sure that you unmute your mic. So Oedipus, you are live on the Elite FPL Call, my friend. Oedipus, are you going to join us? No, he's gone. What a shame. Oedipus cannot join us whatsoever. As I keep stating, if you want to come live on air, please just get in that waiting room and we'll be able to discuss your points today. If you want to brag about everything, if you want to get things off your chest, this is what we're here for. This is what we want to talk about. I mean, let's get in that chat. Let's find out what people are talking about. I mean, like I said, there are so many people chatting at the moment. I have no idea how many people are actually watching right now. But well done. Thank you so much. Phil Potter there. Steve-O rants are just absolutely hilarious. It's just me telling the truth. And if people don't like it, then you may as well unsubscribe. I know people don't want me saying that, but this has become real now. I'm not here to tip people. I'm not here to flame and give advice. I'm just a bloke in his bedroom streaming to a very large audience, getting things off his chest. And this is what makes the Elite FPL so special. It's because light-hearted people like yourself come and join in, as Brett Mollison always says, in that emotional roller coaster. And you can see when Jason and me get together, it is just like, well, it's like two testosterone bulls in a building, isn't it, that just want to fight each other. I just get so angry at Jason's luck. It really, really does infuriate me what he would do. Nuno Santo with an interesting question there. Something about how do I rate myself. How would you rate your chance of winning the Cash League, or are you too far behind? Now, it's game week 1 for crying out loud. My goodness. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I never rate myself as winning any league, because the leagues that I normally get into are full of people that know their stuff more than me. 99% of things that I do are just based on I'm stating the blinking obvious, just my own gut feelings, I suppose. Now, admittedly, you could say, well, on me, you should have gone with Sterling captain. Yeah, I mean, there is a brain up there, you know. I may not look it, but I have got something up there which says to me, stay safe, stay calm. But at the end of the day, it's game week 1. I'm on 79 points. I'm waiting on, obviously, the points from Sterling to roll in. It's just certain things, factors, like I said about Jason's team, for example. In fact, you know what? Let's just quickly bring up Jason's team, because I know that he will be. You want to see what Jason's team is? I know that for a fact. So there it is. There straight away, I can get it up. So here's Jason's team, the team that's really annoyed me. 81 points at the moment, but he's going to get a flaming bonus point for Matt Ryan. That's 82, and then obviously Sterling. Kevin De Bruyne with that one extra one. So that's those 2 differentials that he's got on me. And basically, they're only going to get he's only going to go ahead of me because they're getting a bonus point, despite the fact that Kevin De Bruyne only got an assist this afternoon. But as someone mentioned in chat a minute ago, I apologise who it was. This is why you need to own Kevin De Bruyne, because it doesn't matter whether he plays 10 minutes or 60 minutes. He's going to do something in that game, and he's probably going to do enough to warrant bonus points. But of course, Jason's got Wan-Bissaka and Perez. You know, so that Wan-Bissaka, I'm hoping then Chelsea score 4 goals and he gets 0 points. It ain't going to happen. I think tomorrow, like I've always predicted, it's going to end up 1-1. But yeah, let's see if we can get on. Ryan got 2 bonus points. Sure about, yeah? It's all updated now, is it? Wow, 2 bonus. So basically, he's got more bonus point in one game this season, in game week 1, than he got throughout the whole of last season. Wow, that just says everything about. Well, I don't know if he'll get 2. I know the point system there is very, very close. He may actually get 2 then. Okay, he may get 2 bonus points. Well, there we are then. But yeah, that just says everything about what happened last season regarding my rivalry with Jason. Obviously, he started off really, really well, but yeah, throughout the rest of the season, his just luck just kept coming in and anything I tried to do just couldn't catch him whatsoever, and it drove me up the wall. Like I said, if anybody wants to come into the Discord and chat this particular game week, please do. It'd be interesting to hear some from fans of Premier League teams that play today, to see how you feel about how your teams performed. That'd be quite an interesting insight. But unfortunately, there's no one in there. So this stream may be ending in just a few minutes, and I can get to bed. But you make your own luck. Jason makes a very valid point there. You make your own luck. And when we do look at how many points did Jason get? It was 81, but he's got bonus coming in, so he's got a further. It looks like a further 5 points worth of bonus, so he's going to end up on 86 points. Just crazy. And still with Perez and Wan-Bissaka left to play. Absolutely stunning scores, I've got to say. What I am going to do just quite quickly is I'll just quickly look at our Cash Mini League, the Elite FPL Challenge Mini League, and the guys that were top last night after last night's game. So we had Adam Olive. Now he ended last night on 49. Let's just see what. Ow! See, this is my point about the. Oh, if only triple captain. Could you imagine if he triple captain Sterling instead? Yeah, I'm wondering how the people that triple captain are actually feeling. That's what I'm interested in. Because, to be honest with you, fast air. It's 20:30. It's 8:30 in the evening. Yeah, but I've got to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, so that's why I've got to go bed. Anyhow. But I'm wondering how triple captainers are feeling now. I think that if you do triple captained Sterling, I think that you can stick a middle finger up to everybody, and I think that Andy, Irish Andy, aka Resi Dezzle, that comes in chat all the time, as a regular contributor, I personally think that you could be happy to say that, do you know what, my triple captain has paid off this season, because getting 3 goals in a double game week is something special, let alone getting 1 for your triple captaincy in a double game week. And normally you would expect, if you triple captain someone, to get a minimum of some form of attacking returns in each game, and we all know how double game weeks seem to blank all the time. But yeah, maybe Sterling Sterling was probably the one to triple captain in the end. We all know the reasoning as to why Salah was triple captained. So yeah, I'm wondering how these guys that triple captained are feeling now. On to the other teams in this particular Cash Mini League. Cheers, Boona. Thank you so much for joining us for the few 6% battery. Ha! Yeah, thank you for joining us on this this FPL calling right after the games. Niall Scott Meal. I was on 13, but now I'm on 75 with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Perez and Aubameyang left. Wow. Fair play to you. That looks like you're going to get, I would like to think, an extra 10 points on top of that, mainly because of Aubameyang. Who knows? I mean, talking of Resi Dezel, there he is. He's there in chat. If he's willing to come live on air, by all means, is there any? There we are. We got a new caller, FPI Op. FPI Op, we will bring you live on air right now. So FPI Op, unmute your mic and we'll get you speaking. So you are live on the FPL Call, my friend. FPI Op, you are live on the Elite FPL Call-in. Please unmute your mic and we'll be able to speak to you and talk about whether you want to brag, whether you want to get something off your chest, who knows. But it'd be really, like I said, it's just always interesting to hear from callers about their own teams. So FPL Op, will try you one more time. FPL Op. No, he's not coming on. He's not going to. Like I said, if anybody wants to come live on air, by all means, you just get on with that chat. Just a quick special mention to my friend, good friend, Mr. Reed. He's live in chat right now. He actually did Captain Sterling. So congratulations to Mr. Reed there for Captain Sterling. There we are. So he is there. Here we are. He's unmuted his mic. Let's get him on. FBI Up, you're live. FBI Up, you're live on the Elite FPL Call-in.
Hello?
Need to turn your stream down, my friend. So anybody that is coming live on air, please make sure that you turn down your stream. Andy, aka Resi Dezu, you are live on the Elite FPL Call-in, my friend.
Hey Steve, how you doing?
Ooh, Andy and FPI Op, please mute your streams because I'm getting a lot of feedback. In other words, just stick your headphones in and talk through whatever device you're speaking to us from. So FPI Op, let's try you one more time. FPI Op, you are live.
You are live. Hello. Is working?
You need to mute your stream. Andy, let's get you back on. Andy, you're live.
How's it going, Steve?
I'm very good, my friend. How are you? Are you feeling happy about after today's games?
Yeah, pretty happy. I'm a little annoyed about Bournemouth, but
go for it. Get it off your chest. Why are you angry?
Well, they just didn't. They didn't do anything. They had so much possession, and they just squandered a good opportunity of racking up some goals, some points, and yeah. But my pick for Sharp and Fleck when I first came onto you onto this show came to fruition.
Remind me, do you own Sterling and Salah?
I do, yeah, I do. I triple captained Salah.
Yes, you must be gutted now.
I'm not. Why would I be gutted?
Well, it's just the fact that the majority of teams are exactly the same. The fact that, let's be honest here, your points tally is probably going to be the equivalent of, say, most people that haven't used their triple captain. Does that not feel a bit? I should have just kept it, or maybe even put it. No, he's gone. I think Andy got a bit annoyed at the fact that he was questioned about his triple captain. Who knows? I don't know why Andy's just just gone there. My goodness, but he did get 2 bonus points. Wow. Matt Ryan got 2 bonus points. What a shame. For me, anyway. Brilliant. Oh, there he is. Andy's back. Andy, did you get annoyed there? Or?
No. It just cut. It just cut out.
So, yeah, we were just saying that maybe, were you ever thinking potentially of a triple captain in Sterling?
Yeah, I thought about triple captaining Sterling until I saw the Community Shield and I saw Salah getting loads of chances. So I decided to go with Salah.
So we've got your team up on screen right now.
Yeah.
Are you happy with it moving forward?
Not really. I'm thinking about getting rid of Fraser and bringing in McGinn at 5.5 because he looked good. He looked good against Tottenham when he had his chances. You know.
This is very, very interesting. So what specifically has annoyed you about Fraser, which will make you get him again?
He just didn't create anything against Sheffield, and Sheffield are a promoted team, and they were at home, so like all the momentum was for Fraser to have a good game week, and he didn't pull the trigger. So,
and of course,
I'm thinking about getting him again.
And of course, Fraser or Bournemouth are up against Aston Villa next. Is that right?
Yeah, and they're away from home, so I expect Aston Villa to do well.
So what would you, if you were to do that transfer, what would you do with that 2 million?
Yeah, that's the bit I'm not sure about. I have no idea what I do with it. Like, it's difficult because if I go for 4 at the back, I have to get rid of a striker, and so it's difficult to know.
Well, you've gone with Walker Peters. Are you not concerned about the comments made by FPL Booner that he just looked absolutely out of his depth?
Oh yeah. That could be another. I'm actually even considering benching him for Lundstrom.
All right, good. Yeah,
because Sheffield United are at home next week against Crystal Palace, and so I'm thinking maybe they might get a clean sheet because the defence looks pretty solid. Yeah, so that's my idea for that game week.
I mean, I'm not an expert on what actually an expert. I haven't actually looked at what happened at the Everton game per se. You're not concerned about Sigurdsson, or you just think no, I'm happy with that Sigurdsson pick?
Well, we got a lot of opportunities, and for me, that's important because I think if he comes back second week, he may actually finish those. Especially when you compare him to like Fraser. Like Fraser got like 1 shot, 1 potential assist, and Sigurdsson had loads of shots. So I would be happy next week against Watford because they conceded quite a bit.
I'm not going to read out the full comment, but apparently Dejo Shimon is saying that Everton were basically rubbish. So, and I've just got some news from Ray Joyce that the overall average is currently 47 points. So
it's not bad.
That's pretty good. You're above the average at the moment. So, Andy, have you got any final words before we let you go?
No, I think that's it, Steve. I'm always short and sweet.
Andy, thank you so much for coming on the show, and we'll speak to you soon.
All right, Steve. I'll talk to you later.
Cheers, dude. FPI up, let's get you live on there. Hopefully you've muted your stream. FPI up, we don't want to get rid of you for the 3rd time. Here we go. FPI up, you are live on the Elite FPL call in.
Hello.
Much better. Oh no. I'm trying to think how you were. Yeah, FPI up. I forget how you don't get feedback. Maybe somebody can tell me live on chat right now. Some people questioning Ray Joyce's point about 47 being the average score. That'd be very, very interesting. But yeah, do you know what, guys? I think I may call it a night. I think that we've been going on for just over an hour now, about an hour and 15 minutes or whatever. I think that we've spoken enough about today's fixtures, but what are you looking forward to tomorrow? That's the key for me. That's the interesting question for tomorrow. What are we thinking about tomorrow afternoon? Like I said, you can go on whatever you think about our predictions, but myself, I went with Leicester to beat Wolves 2-1. Newcastle to lose 2-0 to Arsenal, and I've sat on the fence with the Man U Chelsea game. I'm going 1-1. Jason went Leicester 3-2, Newcastle losing 3-0, and Man United winning 3-0. And then Block FPL, who was our guest predictor, going 2-1 Leicester, 2-1 to Arsenal, and 2-0 to Man United. So take whatever that you will. Does it give you confidence moving into tomorrow's games? That'll be really, really interesting. But no, I don't think it did. Arafat Safin saying that Nick Pope got a bone. Do you know what? Let's just see if the points have updated on this particular screen. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. I don't think they will update, to be honest with you. But apparently Nick Pope got 1 bonus point today. That'd be interesting. Arafat saying a Aubameyang hat-trick tomorrow. Maybe. Let's just go for a few things as they start pouring through. Maguire will score on his debut, says Nuno Santo. Stranger things have happened. Geordie Kev, oi Steve, if you want to come live on air, my friend, I'm possibly going to be going off live now. I'm possibly going off now because not that many people are willing to talk on the chat. So if you're willing to come live on air, by all means, let's get it on. But Vince Chapman, I'm going to get 100 points. Well, let's go and see if you can prove that, shall we? So Vince Chapman reckons he's going to be getting 100 points this particular game week. Alright then, let's find his team and let's see where Vince Chapman is, because that is going to be an absolutely ginormous score considering what most people have got on this particular game week. This is when you can't be at the top, surely. Vince Chapman, where are you? If you got 100 points, you've got to be right up here, surely. And you're not even up there. So, did you have a majority of your players playing today rather than last night? Let's go on to the next page. Let's find out, shall we? Oh, I want to see Brett Mollison's team because I know he captained Sterling. Hey, he's made up for it today. Well done to Brett. That's awesome. So, Brett, he had the triple Liverpool defence. And everybody was kind of not slating him, but they were just basically asking him, do you regret your move? And he said, no, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the Sterling captaincy. Oh, and the game has updated. Right then, so let's go through the live bonus points ASAP, shall we? So, bonus points for Man City. It ended with... Yeah, Sterling 3, Mahrez 2 and De Bruyne 1. Right. Bournemouth match. We had bonus for Sharp getting 3, Mapane getting 2 and Lundstrom. Wow. Lundstrom getting 1 bonus point. Now that is interesting considering he's in a team that conceded. He didn't get an assist today. So that does interest me a lot, to be honest with you. On to Burnley Southampton here. Let's find out. Is someone trolling me? Yes! Fantastic! Fantastic! That's alright. That's Nick Pope got me a bonus. Brilliant. Ashley Barnes getting 3. Peters getting 2. Pope and Goodmanson getting 1 each. That's great news, that is. On to Everton, Crystal Palace. Mino, Keenan, Pickford. 3-2-1. Just there, as expected. Here we go, on to Brighton. This is going to annoy me, isn't it, everybody? This is going to annoy the hell out of me. Yeah, Matt Ryan getting 2. Git. And then finally onto the Spurs versus Aston Villa game. Harry Kane getting 3, Tyrone Mings 2 and Ndombele with 1 bonus point. So yeah, interesting times there. So yeah, back to Brett Mollison's team, 75 points. Still got Perez to play. Very, very... Oh, and Aubameyang. Oh, wow. Wow, so actually after Friday night, Brett must have been thinking, what am I doing with this triple Liverpool? Comes to Saturday evening and it's... Here we go, lads. I'm back in the game, as they say. So we were saying about... what do we call it? There it is there. Vince Chapman's team. Again, unless you didn't participate in the Cash Mini League, I can't... see why you wouldn't. Oh, there you are. So Vince Chapman is proclaiming he's going to get 100 points this evening. Wow. We are not worthy. So you're on 90 points now. Oh, you're on 90 points, so you ain't going to break the 100 mark. But you've got Jota left, so you could potentially, if Jota does something tomorrow, you could potentially get bonus points. Wow. Sorry, bonus points. Returns. Ryan0605. So many people have Ndombele in my league. Really? I can't see why. Although I do have a friend of mine. That actually had. Who was it again? I took a picture of his team. Who did he have again? Camera. Oh, it's not him. It doesn't matter. Oh, that's right. Someone that my friend knows, triple captain Sterling today. But the rest of his team isn't that great. So he had Lloris, Alderweireld, Van Dijk, Wan-Bissaka, Martial, Neves, Perez, Sterling triple captain, Aguero, Jimenez and Wilson. So it's a solid team. But yeah, triple captain Sterling. So that clearly paid off straight away. Oh, they're all casuals. Cy Bellamy had a Billy Sharp today. Well done. Ha! Dereco. 114 points on my second account. But on my main account, I only got 78 points. Damn. Kevin Mahar. 98 with 3 to play. Now, unless you, I'm assuming you triple captained. Let us know if you did. Yeah, we are. Yash asking who he captained. Was it a triple captain? That'll be interesting. But you must have obviously captained Sterling, and if you did triple captain him, fair play to you. Nick Reed asking me to check his team. So yeah, let's bring up Nick Reed's team. I said I was going to stop streaming, and I've now continued for a further 10 minutes. Chatting, of course, to you guys as we keep the show. Why don't you come live on air, Nick Reed, Mr. Reed? Come live on air. Oh, we've got Alex A in chat. We'll get him live on air in a couple of seconds' time. We'll discuss his team. In fact, here we go. Alex A. Alex A, you are live on the Elite FPL Call, my friend.
Hello.
Hello, Alex. You are live on air. Please do not swear. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. How are you, Steve?
I'm relatively happy with this game week. I think it's gone really, really well. What about yourself?
Oh, it's not too bad to be fair. So Captain Sterling.
Who were your other standout players?
Are you able to pull up my team?
Yeah, if you just put it in the Discord, rate my team. If you put it in there now, and then we'll be able to.
Okay. Are you able to get it from the Challenge League at all?
Yeah. What's the name specifically?
Just go. I think 78th is currently where it is.
You're 78th.
Yeah, because it hasn't updated.
Sorry, it's just the reason why I say it is just because my mate is also 78th as well, which I can't.
Wait, hang on, let me check. Sorry.
78. Who's your team called? Oh, is it? Yeah, I've got it. Don't worry. Don't panic. I've got it. Right.
Nuno had a dream.
Yeah, got it up. 83 points. Well done, and you still got Perez and Aubameyang and Wan-Bissaka to play. You must be confident.
Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't have Kane actually, because I don't know how Aubameyang's going to play tomorrow. But I think with 3 players to go, yeah, it's not too bad to be fair. I don't know if Wan-Bissaka will get a clean sheet or not.
I can't. Me personally, I can't see it myself. At the end of the day, Chelsea have got some quality players, and Man United's defence.
Chelsea, I mean, the whole change. No Hazard, Frank Lampard's come in.
I think he'll go for it. I think
Yeah.
Frank Lampard's going to go for it. But they've both got very, very good defences. I'd say Chelsea edge it slightly, but they've got very good defence. You must be more confident though in a Aubameyang.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think in previous drafts I did have Lacazette, but play tomorrow, Lacazette. I know he's a bit injured, but he's been training. So, but I think Aubameyang could score. Like Newcastle don't seem to be that great. Well, yeah, I'm a Wolves fan, and we beat them 4-0 out in China in pre-season. So
pre-season, I mean, you'll know Wolves are an absolute top-end team. To be fair, and it's not like it's not like you're the equivalent of, say, I don't know, if you were a Brighton fan or whatever, then we'd have a problem. But we've got a thank you, Littman with a super chat there. You didn't have to send in a super chat for that, but thank you very much for that. £2.85 so far. Lamella didn't work, but keep on grinding, boys. Thank you so much for your support there, my friend. Henrik Enstrom will be top of our Cash Mini League tonight, Steve-O. So breaking news from Jason: Henrik Enstrom persona non grata. There we are. What great pronunciation. We'll be top of our Cash Mini League this evening. There we are, everybody. Can I ask you, Alex? Yeah, go on.
Oh, no, I was going to say, he's top 95 points. Is top, is it?
I'm assuming so. I don't have a clue, to be honest. I'm just looking at your team.
I think it's 95 points is top in the challenge.
Wow, fair play to you. So,
with Sunday still to go, I think that's like amazing.
Absolutely. I just want to ask straight away, you're a Origi pick.
Again, sorry?
You're a Origi pick. What inspired you to get a Origi?
Oh, the Origi pick. Yeah, I guess it's quite a unusual pick. It's only a short pick.
Yeah. So what's your plan moving forward with him?
Yeah, I do have a difficulty what to do with him. I think I do want to keep him for game week 2, depending on what happens in the Super Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to miss out with no Salah.
Yeah, exactly. Here's one final question for you: is Sterling essential?
Sterling essential. I mean, it's hard to say any player's essential, but I think Sterling could just explode this season.
There we are.
So the game today, he could have had. He wanted to take the penalty off Aguero, and I mean, yeah, I think he's over the last few years he's really developed into a top player.
Absolutely, I completely agree.
I think he could be a Golden Boot contender potentially.
Again, I think Sterling, Aubameyang, Kane, Salah, all the main names there, they're all going to be up there. Alex, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah, a great podcast, and the calling's really good and stuff. So I'll come on soon again.
Absolutely, and you can boast again. Cheers, dude. Talking of boasting, Vince Chapman, one of our most regular contributors, one of our hardcore followers. Come on, get it off your chest. Let's hear about your team. Come on, you're live on the air now. We want to hear all about your team.
Not about my team. I don't want to gloat or anything like that.
Come on, this is your opportunity. Gloat away. Pity's sake.
I'm really chuffed. It's just that all last year I was in your league and I got red arrows even when I was doing great. So this is my only chance to call in and have like a great week where I'm ahead of the crowd.
Go for it, mate.
No, the thing is, what I was really excited for.
Don't tell me he's gone. Please, Vince, don't tell me you've gone. Vince, are you there? Oh, Vince had his opportunity. We'll try and get Vince back on air again because we want to hear from Vince, who is on 90 points at the moment. We'll get up his team in a second, because I want to hear Vince Chapman gloat to everybody about how well he's done, because 90 points is an absolutely fantastic scoreline. He's still got Jota left. Just been informed by Jason that it was technically Alex, but that clarified how many points. But it looks like someone is going to be top of our cash mini league with 95 points. But let's try and get Vince back on air again. Vince, are you there? I can hear you again.
Yes, I'm here.
There we are. You
Okay,
completely cut off just there. I don't know why. But yeah, please, you were just saying about the fact that last season you always seemed to find yourself behind, and now all of a sudden you're doing really, really well.
Yeah, this is my only chance to gloat, like you say, or just be ahead of some of the crowd. So I thought I'd just call in and be excited about it and embrace it.
Good. I want you
Being
to.
ahead.
And straight away, Dunk, you must be overjoyed.
Yes, Dunk. That's what I've been saying. This was the hard game for Dunk, so now there's a bit of a clear run, so he should be good for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you must be loving the fact that you've got both Salah, Sterling as that. Let's be honest here, the foundation of your team, and the fact that they've both paid off just magnificently.
Yep. But all up until the Charity Shield, I was captaining Sterling.
Oh, what made you change your mind?
Salah's 10 shots against City.
But hold on a minute.
Sterling could have had a hat trick, and I was.
But he scored. This is what I don't understand. I'd love to get in the mindset.
I know, but it's 10 shots against such a team like City. I thought, and the unknown entity is Norwich.
Right.
So I didn't know how Norwich would perform against Liverpool.
But you're such a, somebody that embraces our predicting and everything, and the fact that the history said that Sterling's going to have a really good game. Did you not just
game week one? It was just game week one. I just couldn't do it like you. And I said, if it happens for Sterling, like you said, then I'll captain him according to the history from now on.
I mean, we haven't actually
No, I'm not.
We haven't had many disasters on so far, apart from Phil, who's had a bit
People
of a
who don't own Sterling and Salah, yeah.
Yeah, I think
who wanted to go away.
What are your thoughts about the people having De Bruyne instead of having De Bruyne instead of Sterling, going for De Bruyne instead of Sterling? Blimey, trying to spit my word out.
No, De Bruyne is to go with Sterling. They're like. They're a partnership. De Bruyne is not going to cover Sterling, but he'll feed Sterling.
Are you confident of breaking that 100-point barrier tomorrow with Jota?
Yeah, because I thought he would get a double point score. So fingers crossed. It can't be 3 good days in a row, so I'll take what I get.
I mean, you're looking at for Jota, he's going to have to score, get a clean sheet, and also get 2 bonus points to get you there. Is that my rough correct?
But I want to ask this because are all the points in? Because on Live FPL it says I've got 97 points. That's why I don't understand it.
Oh, maybe up on on the screen right now in front of me, it's telling me you got 90 points because Pope has been given his bonus point as an example.
Yeah, and Dunk.
Yeah,
and Sterling.
They've all been given the bonus. So I don't know where this.
So that's it then. Yeah. Okay.
Well, you never know. Jota may get you a goal. He may get you the clean sheet, and he may get you 2 bonus points to get you that 10. But I mean,
he's getting more than a goal, Steve-O. Come on.
Oh, so what are you predicting for tomorrow then? Most people are going with a Leicester win.
Yeah, no. Jota's going to get at least 2 assists or 2 goals.
Wow, you heard it here first. You think that Jota's going to get a double-digit haul, my friend?
Yeah, that's what I've been looking forward to all weekend. Just Jota.
Wow. Blimey, we've got a celebrity in the chat at the moment. It's Andy, Let's Talk FPL. We are not worthy. While we've got you live on air, this is one of the reasons why we actually do this stream, why I'm inspired to do streaming because of people like yourself. I think the content that you produce is excellent, and I love doing it myself, talking all fantasy football. It's great. So, welcome to the stream. Jota is... Oh, yeah, of course, FPL Mechanic making the point. Jota is a striker, not a midfielder, so he ain't going to get that clean sheet bonus. Completely forgot about that. Damn. Vince!
Well, I mean, Dunk got a yellow card today, so I'm a bit upset about that. But we can't have everything.
Yeah. What was it? Looking at your team here, or for yourself anyway, okay, are you happy with your team moving into game week 2?
Yeah, I mean, this team I planned for about 10 game weeks, if not more. So my spine is good, the City boys are good, the Liverpool is good, Bournemouth is good up until game week 10, and I love Jota. So the only position is Dunk, and he got 11 points, so I'm good.
I mean, the fact that he got you 11 points, you must keep the faith.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely,
totally.
Yeah. So,
better Bon Jovi.
So next week, you're not going to be making any changes whatsoever. It's going to be this team.
I mean, Pope's got Arsenal. What do you think I should do as a Burnley fan?
Keep. I would just keep. I mean, it's a pointless making a transfer unless you want to get Adrian in, or Jason's best mate, the bonus magnet of Matt Ryan. But maybe
I don't want to double up.
So I think that I'd stick with Pope. I mean, I've got Pope at the end of the day. He's going to concede no matter what. Arsenal are going to absolutely... They're not going to batter us in a scoreline sense, but they are just going to batter our goal. And you never know.
Like you said, you have to get on the Burnley train, and once you get it in your head, then you can do it. I mean, let's see how Arsenal do tomorrow. And it'll be like 1-0, I think, against Newcastle. Not more than 2 goals.
Yeah, I mean, Statman, Kev, aka Statman, he said that very same point. He said that, look, the history, let's go for it here, is suggesting 1-0.
There we go. That's what I think as well.
And interestingly, actually, you've just reminded me, interestingly, talking of the history's done it again. Regarding the Watford-Brighton game, in the last 6 fixtures, there have been 5 clean sheets. Well, now make that 6 clean sheets in the last 7 fixtures for one of the 2 teams. So yeah, that's quite an extraordinary return there. But
I mean, the only thing is, game week 1, if we'd gone with it, the Sterling pick, then we would have been in the ascendancy, and it would have been amazing. But it's game week 1, so.
But you have to. It's like with the foundation of our FPL teams with Salah and Sterling. You have to start well to build on for the following game weeks. And I think that looking at your team, just looking at your team here, as much as it begrudges me to say this, it's solid. It's good enough for you to move forward.
Really? Come on. I'm sure we're friends now. You can't begrudge you to say I've got a good team.
I'm sounding like a bloke from
and
work.
I'm ahead of you. And that I'm ahead of you in the league at the moment. And probably you'd take De Bruyne out of my team and put it in your team. And I mean, you can't begrudge me these, surely.
No, I'm not begrudging at all. I think it's a very good team. It's very similar to Jason's. It's very similar to the team that I initially had as a 4-4-2. I've just but
because you changed it in the last moment, didn't you? And you had that team.
I can justify the reasons as to why I did it. I was pretty set on. Originally, when I first started the pre-season stuff, I was set on a 3-5-2. No, I was set on a 4-4-2, and then I thought to myself, no, FPL Booner's right. It's better to have 3 defenders and get more spread across the midfield. And I thought, do you know what? So I went 3-5-2, and then I went back on 4-4-2 because I just felt.
But you mentioned 4-5-1 first as well, which I went with because of you saying it.
Yeah, but it was fitting in. It was fitting in a premium striker in Harry Kane, and I don't. It just demolishes your team if you're going to go with Harry Kane as well, along with Sterling and Salah. It's just not feasible. But now, if we bring my team up here, to be honest with you, I'm actually happy with my team. 83 points. I've still got Perez, like a lot of people. I've still got Perez to play. I think that Perez will probably continue his pre-season form and get me some form of attacking returns because he's going to be up top with Vardy at the end of the day.
He'll be off after 73 minutes, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a bit more concerned about probably Wesley, but again, he was my one punt in my team. I've been hearing the talk about Bournemouth, which concerns me. Are the Bournemouth team concerning you at all? Is it just like they're playing?
No, what I didn't know and what a lot of people were saying in the Discord today was about Sheffield United and how good they are at keeping clean sheets.
Wow, okay, that's interesting. Are there any thoughts out of today's games? I was going to call you Jason then, because I'm just looking at something that Jason's put, but are there any thoughts from today's games, Vince, where you're thinking, oh, that's maybe changed my mindset a bit?
No, I haven't been so happy about my team. Game week 1, it's really good to get off to a good start, but yeah, for the last month I've been happy, and I made one change in the last 2 days, which was Tillemans to Jota.
Yes, yeah, of course.
Apart from that, yeah, I'm happy for 10 game weeks, and yeah, you've just got to be consistent, and what my plan was to have quality players.
FPL Boone are just making a very interesting point. Villa looked very, very lively today. McGinn is going to get goals. Wesley looked strong today with the hold-up play, but both Gilbert or Target both didn't start. Yeah, I mentioned that point actually at the start of the stream about Gilbert not actually starting. That was quite shocking, if I'm honest with you. It looked like Dean Smith is going with a team that brought up...
Well, how many players did they buy? Like 25?
Yeah, I think it was 32. But I think they got 12 players in total, and I think that they will be slowly migrated into the team once the fixtures start picking up at the end of the day. That was their hardest game.
This is when their exactly. This is when their fixtures get good now.
Yeah, and that's what I've picked up from today is the fact that Aston Villa, they did really well versus Tottenham within reason. They could have potentially got a point at the end of the day. Harry Kane, the poacher, got in. Now look at that. If you look at the screen now you don't have that red from Tottenham. Everybody's eyes are wide open and thinking, wow, green, look at that. So you're talking up next, Bournemouth. Well, based on today's thought processes, Bournemouth look... Well, the word rubbish is a bit strong.
Score against them,
you can always score against Bournemouth. Everton at home, they can't seem to score at all. Crystal Palace away, well, we all know their attacking threat. You know what? I have this gut feeling what's going to happen with me is that I've picked an Aston Villa player, but I've picked the wrong one. But
no, I tell you what about Wesley is he's the assister. He's like Jota,
Yeah.
so he holds it up and he lays the guys off. So you have to take the 5 points maybe sometimes.
What are your thoughts on this McGinn maybe? And Andy came on and said that he'd like to downgrade Fraser down to McGinn, and then he'd have 2 million spare. What are your thoughts on that transfer?
But I mean, I like McGinn. I only like the fact that Sir Alex wants to get him at Man United. But I wouldn't have him in my FPL.
Interesting. Let's just get him up right now. McGinn. This is when I won't be able to... There it is there. 5.5. Yeah, thank you. You know, he's already got a goal today. He scored a lot of goals last season. So he's definitely someone to monitor. 5.5 as well. He's going to go up in price. There's a lot of players that are going to go up in price tonight, surely. McGinn's going to be one of them.
There'll be 2 transfers.
In fact, do you know what?
You would do...
Yeah, sorry, Vince, you were saying?
No, I'm just asking, would you do Wesley to McGinn? So that's 2 transfers.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do a minus. I wouldn't do a hit for McGinn, no chance. I think that what I'm personally going to do, though, is I'm going to monitor the Wesley situation. It's one of those where if he gets nothing versus Bournemouth, and I mean a minimum of an assist, then I'm thinking I'd rather get rid of you. In fact, what a thought process that is. Maybe getting rid of Wesley and Fraser in game week 2 and bringing in McGinn and upgrading Wesley to somebody. There is a thought process. I'm just on the FPL site.
I think that's a bit sideways, Steve-O, honestly.
Alright, okay, interesting. You are a rival at the end of the day.
No, I'm not trying to
I don't.
do anything. But I mean, I think Wesley will get points anyway because he's like the Jota of that team.
So before we get FPL Booner in, who is in the moderator at the moment, on screen at the moment is the top 5 transferred in and out players right now, and as it stands, the top transferred in player is Edison with 104,000. Wow! 104,000 people have already transferred in Edison. Of course, they're replacing Alisson, and then it's Sterling, Origi, Salah, and De Gea. And then transferred out, Alisson, of course.
Origi in. Oh, he's not even going to play the next game. How many?
26,000 so far. But this is the thing.
Wow.
This is the thing about.
He won't start. He's back.
No, exactly. This is the world of fantasy football, though. You've got to remember, us people that are the hardcore players. At the end of the day, we only represent about between, I think, 200 to 400,000 people of 6 million. That's what I personally think it is. The hardcore. I'm talking the Twitter community and various other and people that tune in to watch these shows and everything. I think it's between, you're appealing to about 200 to 400,000 myself. Transferred out, you've got Alisson, Bernardo Silva, Mane, Robertson. There's some knee jerk in there with Robertson and Aguero. Surprisingly, there's a major knee jerk there. That's a bit odd. FPL Booner, welcome back to the stream. You're home safe and well?
Yeah, safe and well, but my head's a bit all over the place.
Come on, we want to hear about today's game from an FPL perspective. Take it away, my friend. Straight away, let's hear about Harry Kane.
Harry Kane didn't do much till his first goal, if I'm completely honest. He was out on the wing quite a lot and dropping deep because of the formation and the fact that Ali was out. Eriksen didn't start, and I think the fact that he didn't start made it even worse. So we've really got to monitor what happens with Eriksen, because if he stays and signs a contract, then I think that makes Kane a great option. If he goes, we're in trouble, unless Lo Celso gets up to speed very quickly, because once Eriksen came on, he really changed the tempo of the game, and we kind of went back to our usual selves, but until then we were incredible. Walker-Peters was terrible. First half, I've never seen such a bad performance. Mora didn't do anything. I couldn't tell if he was playing. So those two are both on my chopping block already. Villa, on the other hand, were hats off to them. The scoreline flattered Spurs badly. Shouldn't have been 3-1, but that is what happened in the end. Quite a few players to watch out for, I think, with Villa. Wesley looked great. I mean, I know he didn't score and he didn't actually even have many shots on target, but just his interchange of play and stuff is going to be hard to handle. Like, Toby struggled with him a bit. It was interesting to see Vertonghen didn't play, and apparently it was tactical, so that doesn't sound good to me, because I know that I read recently, when you say tactical, what that suggests is he could be on his way out. And it's a bit of a weird one, because I've been reading over the past few days that Vertonghen had refused to sign an extension. So that's worrying from a Spurs defence perspective. Really worrying.
That is actually very interesting indeed. So you mentioned in the comments about McGinn, you said that he's going to be getting goals. Why is he going to be getting goals for Villa?
Just look at the positions he gets into. He's going to get goals. He will also get yellow cards. He's really in the thick of things in that midfield, I tell you. But he's good to watch. He reminds me of Ryan Fraser a bit, but more central as opposed to on the wing. And I'm seriously considering bringing him in for Mora to free up.
He'll get a lot of yellow cards, Booner.
He will. He 100% will. But
do you know what? I've just. No, I'm not going to reveal it. Forget it. I'm not going to. I was about to reveal something. Then I thought,
midnight transfer, Steve-o.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I've just realised. I've just thought of something. That's I've just thought of something really, really interesting transfer there. I'm going to keep.
So it's begun.
I'm nearly. I forgot we're live.
I've got a feeling. Yeah. I've got a feeling that we are going to get absolutely trashed next week.
And why do you say that?
Mate, our defence is woeful. Aston Villa split us apart like we were a conference side. It was embarrassing. Walker Peters was the weak link, and I think Walker Peters has probably played his last game for a while because Aurier was on the bench, and he 100% will be back in next week. So I'm considering which player to remove, Mora or Walker Peters. I'm undecided. I might even get rid of both of them after that performance.
Wow, so you're looking... I mean, your team's up on screen now, and you're seriously considering doing a -4 next week, potentially?
100%. Yeah, I don't care about that hit. I'm not bothered. I'm going to wait till the end of the week. But on today's performance, I need to rejig my squad a bit. I'm frustrated.
Wow, this is genuinely like really interesting conversation because it's just game week 1 and we're hearing a man at the end of the phone pretty much going into panic mode about his team already. He thinks that Man City are going to batter Tottenham. It sounds like you're thinking 4-5 or 6-0 and you're willing to take a -4. I mean, you've got players like Lundstrom, Rico. There are reasons why we've picked these players and you're already thinking of doing a -4?
Yeah, I think I just need to sleep on it. But I think I've got Lundstrom in my team at the moment for next week, and Sheffield United seems like they did okay today. They were unlucky to concede, so maybe it's worth holding on to him and playing him, and maybe transferring more out. I don't know what to do yet. My head's scrambled. Someone give me some advice. Steve, what's your thoughts?
No, I'm not giving you any advice because we are not a tip site. We are not an advice site. We are a bunch of lads that like to get together, talking fantasy football and how it affects our game. Boona, you're my rival. Why would I want to give you advice about what you want to do?
I thought we were friends, Steve-O.
We're friends when it comes to outside of FPL. Anything like that, no. But in all seriousness,
it's pre-season, yeah.
Yeah, pre-season I'm all friendly. When it comes to this, I'm a nasty git. But no, in all seriousness, I personally think you've made a plan. And you've gone into panic mode, which is completely understandable. I get that. I would. Okay, getting rid of Walker Peters may make sense because, like you've mentioned this to everybody in the Discord and everything. He was a 1-week punt at the end of the day. He failed, and maybe it's a case of get rid of him. And the question is, who would you bring in for 5 million? I can't think of.
I'm thinking Duffy because of his aerial threat and fixtures, and
maybe Zuma.
I'm not having him against. I'm not having him against Perez though.
All right.
Zuma.
Okay. Fair enough. That's interesting. Are you confident with as Vince is regarding Jota tomorrow and maybe getting a return of 10 points or more?
No, not really, but. He is capable. I'm not confident, but he is capable of easily providing that sort of return. But after today, I'm expecting -5 from him or something. I'll tell you.
No, come on.
I've got no faith, mate.
I've got Jota as well, so it'll be good.
I tell you what, I wanted Kane in, and I'm gutted that I've not got him. But I put a 10 on him.
Yeah, but you would have took out Sterling or Salah for Kane.
No. I had a draft with Kane and them two in, and on my train journey home, I went through my screenshots to find it and to see how many points my team would have been on, and it would have been on 87 with Perez to play. So, yeah, that was annoying.
We've got people in chat advising Jason what camera to get, and now I'm about to ask you a question, which is FPL unrelated, which is. Tell us about the Tottenham ground inside. I know what it's like outside, but inside, what's it like?
It's absolutely amazing, mate. It's so state of the art. Like they've even got a brewery inside, for God's sake. It's different class. It's even worth just visiting just to see how good it is. Honestly, I think they do.
Just come and visit Tottenham.
I think they do like some sort of like you can walk on the top of the ground as well. Some sort of. I don't know,
yeah, they do skydiving.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, if anybody
they make their own cheese.
If anybody's thinking of going to the McDonald's near Tottenham's ground, don't bother. It's rubbish.
Is there a McDonald's you've not been to, Steve-O? McDonald's India, maybe.
Honestly, my mate wants me to do a
You should go to McDonald's in Italy. They're beautiful. They're in like really old buildings, like really architectural buildings, and then they just put inside a McDonald's.
Oh, nice, very nice. Well, although to be fair, the one in Tottenham isn't as bad as the Oxford Street branch. But we're completely going off topic here, to be honest with you. But overall, Boona, we've had Simon Anderson saying that look, mate, you've got 72 points. You shouldn't be going into panic mode per se. I mean, actually, I'll ask you that question. 72 points, are you happy with that? Or are you thinking, but the people around me like Steve-O, like Jason, are in the high 80s. There are people that are top of the league. That are Vince here, 90 points. Or are you feeling that kind of, that gutting kind of feeling?
Steve, you can answer that question for yourself. You know what I was like last season. You know exactly how I'm feeling right now. I'm pissed. I'm not happy.Ry, but I'm not feeling good, mate, honestly.
Oh, come on. It's the first day of the season. You went to the Tottenham game.
Small things like, my Heaton and Walker Peters not paying off. That could have been me up to 80, and then I wouldn't have been so bad. But, yeah, I'm not happy with my returns, to be honest.
About today, what was it like being a fan actually at the ground, but you're a hardcore FPL player? How was that playing on your mind?
Oh, I'll give you a really funny story. Right? I was sitting behind second half behind Tom Heaton's goal, right? And obviously I've got him in my team, and he's taking forever to take goal kicks. And all the Spurs fans are like jeering, trying to get him booked. And I'm like, shut up, he's in my FPL team. Shush. And I was like, just kick the ball, Heaton, don't get a yellow card.
Were there any VAR decisions in this game?
Yeah, there were. Yeah, God, there were a few.
What was it like as an experience for you as the fan?
I mean, the VAR decisions today weren't as bad. They weren't for like penalties as such. It was more like when I think Walker Peters went into a challenge, and then they did a VAR for red card. I was like, don't you dare get sent off. You've already conceded. So, I mean, when we scored that second goal, when Kane scored that second goal, it looked close to being offside. So we went crazy, obviously celebrating. And I was just thinking, imagine they put this VAR thing up and it's not a goal. That would be the worst feeling ever. That's what happened when we scored against, when City scored against us late on in the Champions League, and it got ruled off. Do you remember? I can't imagine it being a good feeling. Yeah.
I've got someone in chat now, Switch Dude. I don't know if he's trolling or not, but he says that he has Salah, Sterling, and Kane in his team, but he forgot to save changes, and he has Greenwood as his captain instead, and Ryan as his vice. I can't believe that's for real. I mean, please, if you
sounds very,
if you want to, if you want to put it in the Discord group, if you're part of it, and stick it in that Rate My Team to prove it, it'd be very, very interesting to see. But I can't see that being trolly. But that's a good point actually for anybody that is watching the stream and everything. Please just hit that like button. It does support the show and everything, and it supports what myself and Jason are doing. It's been absolutely fantastic at the moment. Also, again, if you're new to this and you're enjoying the content, it's only going to get better. Just hit that subscribe button and away we go. Gee Whiz saying fake, yeah. Jack C. Hi guys, this is my first season to FPL and I currently have 80 points with Jimenez and Perez to play tomorrow. Am I doing okay? Nice. Yes, you are. You are absolutely doing perfectly. There's a chance that Jimenez may get rested, but I doubt it very much. Wow.
Oh, really?
Switch Dude. Okay. Here we go. He's saying, in fact, that's a bit more admin here. Switch Dude is saying it's not trolling. He's being serious. Okay, if you want to tweet us, it's at Elite FPL, and I'll be more than happy to bring up your team. That would be fascinating for people to see. So, I want to hear your story as to why you've accidentally not gone and why you've accidentally not captained Kane, Salah or Sterling. Just of interest. Yeah, go for it, Luna.
Question for you regarding Brighton. Neil Maupay, who's a striker I rate very highly from his time at Brentford because I've kept an eye on how he's been doing. He's come on and scored today. What's your thoughts on him? His fixture, he could get a start.
Let's bring him up, shall we? So my thoughts straight away were when he first signed was he's young, He did really, really well for Brentford last year. He has clearly been picked by Brighton to be that main man, I'd guess. So, I mean, how many goals did he score last year? It was certainly like 25, wasn't it? 26, something like that. It was in the high 20s.
Wow.
Let's just see how much he is. Let's just bring him up on screen right now for people to see. He's 6 million. Now, for a player that plays in a very, very attacking team, it would appear, thank you to our Swedish correspondents telling us about, obviously, Graham Potter being an absolute legend out there doing wonders for some team in Sweden. And they think that Brighton are going to do really, really well. They've won 3-0 today. This Maupay has already got off to a flying start with 1 goal. He only played 26 minutes, but my goodness, he's probably going to be leading that attack. And you know what, Boona? I think that it's either you jump on him now and avoid a potential price rise, or just hold out and wait and see what he does against maybe West Ham and Southampton. But this is what FPL...
And lose those points as well.
That's the thing. FPL is all about the fact that you can actually swap and change however many times you want. And maybe someone like myself would look at someone like Wesley and think, Wesley versus Bournemouth at home, or do I go with this Maupay, who scored away at Watford, and now he's got West Ham United at home.
So 25 goals, 8 assists last season. But whilst we're on that note, how on earth have Brighton managed to score 3 goals away at Watford? What's happened? That was not an expected score.
Yeah.
Dunk assist as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure history doesn't suggest 3-0 either.
No. No, it doesn't. But what it does say is that there have been, including today's, now 6 clean sheets in the last 7 games for either one of the teams. So it did actually... right, so that wasn't a troll comment.
Oh my God.
That's actually true. He did actually captain... wow, I'm going to put that in the... I'll put it in general deliberately to send. So I'm just putting in the general chat on Discord, and what I'll do is I'll bring it up on there, because this individual was not trolling us whatsoever, and it has happened that he has gone and captained Greenwood by accident. I'd love to know how this has happened, my friend. I would love to know.
Who's his bind?
This is Ryan, apparently.
Who's his bind? Ryan?
Ryan, yeah.
18 points.
So, right, I can't.
Oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Cancers. I can't bring it up on screen, but basically, I can clarify, everybody. If you go in the Discord, you can look at Switch Dude's team, but he did captain Greenwood, and his vice captain is Ryan. Well, ironically, if Greenwood doesn't play, then maybe he will do really, really well. That's absolutely crazy.
Oh, Ryan. Oh no.
Wow, he just forgot to click save changes. I wonder if he was just trying to be cocky. Who knows?
Well, this is the rule then, isn't it? You put your captain straight away. It's got the points there. It's got to be, unless it's not a Photoshop. It's got the points.
Yeah,
on
it's got
there.
the points there. Yeah,
Real.
it's a real team. It's absolutely legit.
Through a TV, it's not fake.
That's crazy.
Anyway, right then, let's bring on. I think I'm going to make this the final caller. I know Statman's there. I don't know if you want to come live on air, Statman, but it'd be great to have you live on air with myself, Boona, and Vince Chapman. It'd be great. But we'll get on Ruddy Pugs Dina to talk about today's games, if he's got any feelings moving forward. So yeah, what am I doing here? Ruddy Pugs Dina. See, I'm not Jason. Takes me forever to being on there. You are live on the Elite FPL Call, my friend. Ruddy Pugs Dina. Welcome.
Hey guys, how you doing?
We are well. Myself and Vince are very, very happy. Boona, he's happy with the Tottenham result, but he's not happy with the FPL result. How are you?
I'm kind of bittersweet. I'm a bit like Boona. Yeah, it was all going okay, but a little bit bittersweet with Pep's roulette, and then I'm thinking about a -4 already.
Right. Okay. I'm bringing up your team. Okay, it's straight up there. Thank you for posting it so quickly. Really appreciate that. Makes life so much easier. So Pep roulette, Bernardo Silva obviously not starting. I mean, the Lamella pick. I mean, I'll ask Boona straight away. How did Lamella look today?
He was really good.
Oh.
He was really good. Yeah. He looked good. I don't see him being taken off. Yeah,
he was a bit unlucky.
He did well. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm talking from an FPL perspective, but he did have some chances. But generally, he played so well. I was happy.
He was one of your better players today. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was taking a lot of corners as well, and he even had a shot off a free kick. I thought he might get something.
Yeah, he seems confident right now. So, I mean,
He was
obviously
always-
City next.
yeah.
He's not getting anything against City, but it could be worth holding on to.
Just a quick
Sorry,
question for you, Boona, because I think it's quite important to get a response from people that have actually been to the game. Really, the main question is David Hackinson is actually asking, did you actually enjoy the game though today?
Not the first 75 minutes.
Okay.
I hated it, honestly. The last 15 minutes made up for it, so it was kind of worth it in the end. And I had a tenner on Kane to score 2+ goals, and that came in. So yeah.
Fair play to you. So what do you think was going wrong then?
I don't know. Honestly, I think we had no Eriksen, and we had no creativity, and we had a very weak kind of youngish side out, and we looked, like it looked like players hadn't. Yeah, it looked like the players hadn't played together before. Villa just, dominated us.
Interesting. Ruddy Pog, so you're feeling a bit bittersweet. I mean, I can't do how many points are you actually on then? Because I can't do the totaling up on here. How many points have you got?
81, I think it is.
81?
81 with Martial to play and probably Greenwood. Yeah.
Don't complain.
You can't be complaining about Ruddy.
No. As I said, it's bittersweet because it was just, it was going very well yesterday, and then just not seeing Bernardo Silva play was a bit gutting. But yeah, I agree. No, it's a good start.
Yeah, and you said you're thinking of taking a -4. Come on, who are you thinking?
Well, I was just thinking about maybe getting in De Bruyne because I kept $1 million in the bank. So if I got rid of Lamella, maybe down to McGinn, then I could bring in Bernardo Silva. But maybe it's worth waiting a week.
That would have been nice, Freddie.
Bruyne, sorry, yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, Vince? What are your thoughts on that then? Lamella downgraded to McGinn and Bernardo Silva upgraded to Kevin De Bruyne.
Lamella to McGinn and Bernardo to De Bruyne. Yeah, sounds okay.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, to be honest,
I like McGinn. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, well, worth doing it for the next game week, or can we wait a while, or is De Bruyne going to go up in value?
Yeah,
I'd do it.
De Bruyne is probably going to go up.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he's going up much at the minute. Maybe because he's got the Tottenham games, so maybe people are holding off.
Yeah, but we're crap. Sorry. I think those moves I think are very strong. I do that.
but are we knee jerking on that particular?
No, I don't think so. I think they're better players. He's picking two better players. McGinn is better than Lamella.
So
because he's the focal point of his team, and De Bruyne is the focal point of his team. So it's better.
I agree.
They were my choices before the last couple of days before the start of the game weeks, and for some reason I just decided on a punt on Lamella, so kept $1 million in the bank, thinking, okay, it gives me a bit of flexibility. But in the end, it's come back to bite me. I would have been on about 95 points otherwise with Martial to play.
Favourite boy of last year, Bernardo Silva.
That's what I thought. I thought he's guaranteed to start. I don't know what I was thinking.
What happened there?
Yeah, now it's
really
David Silva
me.
this year. This year it's David Silva, and Bernardo won't get in probably so much.
Bernardo Silva might start against Spurs, right?
Well, it's Mahrez now. He's got 3 assists. So is he going to take him out the team?
Mahrez looked good. He looked good. So I don't see. I don't think Bernardo start.
Pep generally takes players out for a year and doesn't play them the season. So Otamendi played great one season, the next season didn't play. The same with I think Vincent Kompany. Now I just think it's happening to Bernardo Silva, and he's going to play David over him.
Greenwood gets a hat trick tomorrow, well, I'll be laughing anyway, so that'll be
Get 20
fine.
minutes, baby.
So before we let you go, Ruddies, are there anything you want to get off your chest while you're live on air now?
No, I mean, you know, the Ryan pick, I know you're a bit annoyed about it, but I think that's turned out to be quite well. I think Brighton was the biggest surprise for me this year. They look good today. So maybe it was a formation shift, maybe it's the new manager. But they could be one to watch. Also, Gross is coming back on the scene. He got an assist, I think, today. Got some bonus, so he's pretty cheap at 6 mil. So there's a few things to look at, I think, from this first game week for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. I
Steve-o?
agree. Yeah, go for it.
Steve, Ruddy, I'm reading from the chat, and if this is true, this is weird. But apparently Bernardo Silva was given the day off because it's his birthday.
He started warming up. I saw him warming up, and then they brought on
This is
Gundogan.
This is weird.
Well,
like, yo, how much money is he getting paid?
Oh, these guys.
Going on reading in the chat,
too much.
Dan is a Southampton fan, and he said that basically we were awful, and simply put, Salah is going to be immediately his captain. What are your thoughts on Salah versus Southampton?
I mean, I'm going to stick with Salah.
Right now.
Yeah, I think Sterling Salah is going to be a raging debate all season.
I think
Sterling
so, yeah.
still is a bit patchy. I mean, he's not suddenly become a new player. I mean, he's still going to be a bit patchy. I think Salah's going to
come
stick on.
What are you picking on him?
Annoying
today?
to captain last year. For me, he was really annoying to captain.
Fair enough.
Because he got rested as well. Pep does rest Sterling. You know, people forget that.
I mean,
Salah never gets rested.
Davey FPL in chat there, he's just jokingly saying, I'm going to need a list of every player's birthday. Yeah, it's exactly. It's be interesting. That'd be interesting to hear if how Davey got on today. That'd be. It's always interesting when you look over teams that did so well last season when they didn't have a great. I mean, Block FPL, for example, he had triple Bournemouth. He was somebody that was absolutely lording up triple Bournemouth, and it's completely back. I mean, yeah, it's one game. You know, that's the good thing about fantasy football. We've now got 37 games to play, and no, but I've got to say, Ruddies, I think that you've just been given the perfect advice for a -4. Lamela downgraded to McGinn. You've heard what Boone has said about Spurs. He thinks that Man City are going to absolutely destroy him. You know, it could be 4, could be 5, it could be just 1-0, who knows. But Lamela down to McGinn, who's got a very favourable fixture next week against Bournemouth, a leaky Bournemouth defence, and then upgrading Bernardo Silva to Kevin De Bruyne. I think you've answered your own question.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think the only thing that's on my mind that maybe Boona can give a bit more advice on is Eriksen did make the difference. So what's the probability he's going to stick around? Because he looked up for it when he came on. So,
yeah, I mean,
you know, Kane was enabled.
If he was going to, I mean, I'm not saying he's not going to leave, but Vertonghen was left out altogether today. You would think if he's definitely going, Poch might have left him out. So who knows? Maybe he stays and then he just goes for free next summer. I hope he does stay at the moment, because when he came on, he gave us that injection that we needed, you know, a bit of energy, and we were lacking that badly. So if he stays, again, like, let's not rule Spurs out altogether. Like, if he stays, Son's back in game week 3 as well. I think Son makes so much of a difference to us. And I think by getting Lamela out now, although he played well today, I don't see him staying in the side when Son's back and if Eriksen starts. So you're getting him out in preparation from game week 3 anyway.
Eriksen is like Pogba now. You can't let him leave. He's just got to knuckle down and play for you for the year, because you need someone like Son to run past players, but Eriksen just cuts defences open, and you need that.
So Ruddy, this would be the other thing you'd need to consider. So if you do take that -4, most people will be trying to bring in Son for game week 3. So do you have a plan for that? I mean, admittedly, you could do, if you wanted, De Bruyne straight to Son in game week 3. But what's your thoughts on that?
The only other thing to do is just to do Lamela downgrade now, save the -4, and then just take a kind of chance on Bernardo Silva starting against Spurs. Probably Kevin De Bruyne isn't going to do that much against Spurs, but maybe you're right. Maybe it's going to be a slaughter. I don't know.
It's safe to say
goal and assist for sure.
Yeah, safe to say he won't have a birthday next week, so he might be all right.
Yeah, I could bring in Song game week 3 and then I haven't wasted any hits. That's the other option.
Thingamajig. Sorry to interrupt. David Hackinson with an interesting question here. I'll put it more to Booner because you actually specifically saw him live. But Steve, are you happy with Wesley's performance? You still got hopes he can kick on. At the end of the day, it was a choice between a 1 week punt on Jay Rodriguez or just stick with Wesley because I didn't want to waste a transfer next week, and I stuck with Wesley. And based on, we'll get Booner's comments again in a minute, but based on Booner's comments, he sounds like he's an okay picker. If you want to clarify that, Booner, again on Wesley.
Yeah, he's a handful, and let's not forget the fact that he played against Spurs. And, I'm not saying that we have the best of defences, but there are far worse defences. And the way Villa played today, if they play like that in any other game, he's going to get chances and he will eventually score. But at the same time, Steve, whilst we answer that question, I wanted to get your thoughts on Burnley and Barnes. He's around the same, not too dissimilar price, actually same price.
Yeah.
Are you considering him at all?
Ironically, when it comes to me picking Burnley players, I always just avoid because I'm just so... Us Burnley fans are so pessimistic when it comes to Burnley full stop. At the end of the day, when you hear on Football Focus that Burnley were absolutely useless in the first half and Southampton absolutely dominated them and should have gone into the first half or the second half, whatever, with a lead, I was just thinking, yeah, this is just our season all over again. And then when you come out in the second half and it sounds like whatever Dice said in that half-time chat or whatever, I've forgotten, half-time talk, wherever he said to them, he clearly jeered them up. And Ashley Barnes is one of those players, he's just going to be in and around that box all the time. He just wants to grab that ball, he just wants to run at players. He is the Rockweiler of Burnley. And from an FPL perspective, 6.5, I just think it's just one of those awkward prices where you can just get, I think, better players. But what I will say is that when we're confident, jump on them. And Ashley Barnes scoring 2 today, it's just annoying that we've got Arsenal next. That's the downside. If I bring up their fixtures, so Southampton, obviously we won 3-0, which is just extraordinary. Wolves away. Now last season we only lost 1-0, and potentially we could take advantage of them being tired, depending on, let's see how they play out against Leicester. Arsenal, we ain't got a hope in hell. Liverpool at home, you know what? Said it before and I'll say it again, we cause them problems, and I can see us scoring again. Ashley Barnes could be up there, and then it's our good run: Brighton, Norwich, Aston Villa. Again, I can see maybe if we've got the confidence, if we come out of the Arsenal, Wolves and Liverpool game with maybe, I'm looking at maybe a point, possibly getting a draw at Wolves, I'd be quite happy. And if we don't get battered by Arsenal and Liverpool, which we don't normally do, and the performances are good, I think maybe jump on to Burnley ASAP. That's if someone else hasn't come out. But again, it's a bit like what you were saying about McGinn. It's, do you jump on him now while the fire's hot, or do you potentially risk missing those points because you're just waiting and seeing how he performs? That's the struggle. But I would just wait on Barnes for now. But certainly, going on answering your question in a long-winded way, for 0.5 million over Wesley, would I take Barnes over Wesley? The simple answer is yes, I would. Absolutely. Let's just quickly see what's going on in chat briefly. Thingy, I mean, that's a question for you, Boona. Is Son an actual option?
Of course he is. Is that even a question?
Well, it's not directly a question. It's more the fact that he's 9.5. And is he an option at that price?
Option, mate. He's the best. He's one of the best value players in the game, in my opinion. When he comes back, you'll see he'll light the Premier League alight again, and he'll bring us back to our normal ways. We're missing without him. We're lost without him. And once he's back, it'll be a lot different.
For a friend of the show, Yash is saying, is it better to double up on City defence or Liverpool defence? We'll give that to you, Vince. Hello, Vince. Are you there? Is Vince gone? No, he's
out for a toilet
Yeah, he's
break.
gone. I'll ask you that question then, Ruddy. Do you think that double Liverpool or double City defence? What would you go for?
That was up to me.
Yes, Ruddy. Yeah.
Both are good. My only worry now is what happens with this goalkeeper situation. So, yesterday they didn't keep a clean sheet, but I always thought that Liverpool defenders offer better value. So for me, it was double Liverpool and keep the 2 attacking spots for City. But it just depends if you want De Bruyne and Sterling. And I think that's the big debate, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We have got a special guest in the waiting room, and you know what? I'm going to make you our final caller of the evening, and it's our friend John Harris. So, John Harris, please unmute that mic, and we are going to get you live on air with myself, FPL Boona, and a special guest of Ruddy Pozdenia. So, John Magic, John Harris, however you want to be called, let's get you live on air right now. John! Welcome! Come on, John, don't let us down. You're going to be our final caller of the evening.
To unmute yourself.
You need to unmute your mic. Oh, he's gone again. Oh, there he is. Yeah, right, here we go. John, welcome to the Elite FPL Call, my friend. Keeps jumping back and forth. John, hello there.
Hello, mate. You right?
Oh yes, we are great, my friend. Come on, have you got some?
Sorry, pal.
Have you got some bragging to do, or are you in despair?
Not at all. I had to wipe the sick off my mouth earlier when Sterling got that hat trick. I was very worried. Very worried. I've had an average week, but yeah, not owning Sterling earlier was heartbreaking. But luckily, Kane came in with 2 goals at the end, salvaged my game week somewhat.
Yeah.
Literally at the end, it was the last 10 minutes, wasn't it? 2 goals.
Yeah, yeah.
My heart was pumping.
Have you been listening? Have you been listening to what Booner's been saying about Kane?
No, I've literally just come on live now, just literally this second, mate.
Oh,
what's he been saying?
Basically, well, Booner, you're here. Tell John about Kane.
Hello, Booner.
Hey up, John. How's it going?
You're right, pal. How's it going, mate? You okay?
I'm okay, mate. I've been better, but hey, we got the win in the end, so I guess I've got to take off my FPL goggles and put on my fan goggles.
Yeah, he didn't have the best of games, did he, at the start?
No, he didn't. He was pretty absent for most parts of the game and moving out to the wing and moving back into defence. But at the end of the day, Eriksen came on, and the fox in the
Changed
box
the
that he is.
Yeah,
exactly.
His finishing is so class.
Sorry to interject.
Goals,
sorry to interject. I have to bring this to your attention because I know, John, you did so well last season. We have a member of our Elite FPL community. I'm going to call him the hardcore community, who is, as it stands right now, 50. Well, he was last night. I don't know where he's going to be tonight, but 53rd in the world.
That's unbelievable. Yeah,
that man goes by the name of Dereco. But
oh, no way!
You can imagine what he did.
Oh, congratulations!
He triple captained Sterling. His team's up on screen right now. It's for people on audio. It's Matt Ryan, Dunk, Zinchenko, Ake, Sterling triple captain, De Bruyne. He's gone with Newcastle's Saint-Maximin, and then Zaha, and then up front it's Kane, Aubameyang, and Wilson. So right now, as it stands,
he's got Aubameyang. He's got Aubameyang left.
Aubameyang and Saint-Maximin, yeah. So
that's unbelievable. He's a lovely. Yeah, he's a good lad as well, Dereco.
Yeah,
nice chap.
It's an extraordinary result. I mean, it's a shame you can't come live on air. And
I mean, the good thing is the quality of the Elite FPL league.
Well,
I don't know what, but it's got to be,
John.
It's got to be insanely good, isn't it? I mean, everyone's done really well. There's not many teams out of our league that have done badly, is there? So the average point scorers. I mean, to get someone in 50th in the world already,
but
I think, I don't know what Booner's overall rank is, but I think most people are at least in the top sort of 50k, maybe. I don't know.
About my rank. Let's not talk about my rank. Steve,
81 points is 170k, I think, roughly.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I remember last season I started Gameweek 1. I think it was 200k, and that was my worst position throughout the whole season. I just got better and better as the season got on. So to get off to a good start, it just gives you that that confidence just to take it on and just keep going. So fair play, that's brilliant.
There's another guy in our community league who's 77th.
Whoa! I know that. Put it this way, John, you'll be pleased to know that Dereco's team here isn't his team that he's put in the Cash Mini League. This is his second team. Would you believe? So we don't need to.
No way.
We can just dismiss this now. So Dereco, we don't count this. This is just a fake team. What a shame. No, but seriously, 53rd.
Have you got on Steve-O? How many points have you got, Steve-O?
80. What is it? Someone will be able to tell me. More. It's.
You were 81.
80. Yeah, but including bonus points,
No
I think
way.
84. Let me just. I've got 83. I'm on at the moment. I've got Perez
Insane.
left.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Brilliant. So like last season, the tactic I used last season was there was if you remember, I think it was Fantasy Football did a series called Meet the Manager last season.
Yeah.
Before this, do you remember before the season started?
Absolutely, yeah.
And they interviewed about, I think it was about 10 to 12 people, very sort of good players consistently over like 10 years that had finished in the top 10k over like 9 or 10 seasons. And looking at their points totals over those 10 seasons, they were always round about sort of 2,500, 2,400 points. So I remember last season I broke it down saying, okay, if I can get 2,500 points for the season, that's over the 38 game weeks. That's like 66 points a game week. If you can average 65 to 66 points a game week, you're going to be doing very well. So that's how I break it down last season. I remember not worrying about the bad game weeks and thinking about the good game weeks and just trying to keep that average going, 66, 68 points. So if you've got off to a 98, 80 point start, that's brilliant. That means you can have a couple of bad game weeks and not worry about it. Just keep that average ticking over.
Yeah,
so, fair play to everyone.
Vince, who was in with us earlier on, he had 90 points.
Vince
in
Chapman.
fact, he's back here. Yeah, Vince Chapman.
Is that Vince Chapman?
Yeah, we'll bring.
Yeah, I'm playing against him in the head-to-head in Game Week 3, so I'll look forward to
fascinating.
I'll look forward to that battle.
Vince, we were just saying that an average score of 65 a week would get you up in the really, really high rankings, and starting off well is the best thing. And obviously, you starting with 90.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing, just to have a good start, and then you can build from there. I mean, climbing up the mountain is very hard, and when you see people getting good starts, it's, I don't know, discouraging maybe.
Yeah. I'm going to bring on another caller. Ruddy Pogs Dina, can I just say thank you for joining us? Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.
Take it
easy. I'm just going to bring on Tajem's team up on screen. So Tajem will bring you live on air right now. Tajem, you're live on the Elite FPL calling, my friend. Hello, Tajem.
Hello, how are you?
Very well, my friend. You've had a good week, haven't you?
Yes, 78 points.
78 points,
yeah. Pretty good week.
I would say it's a very good week. So we'll bring your team up here. Who have you got? So you went with Salah captain. You haven't got Sterling. How are you feeling when Sterling bagged that hat trick and you didn't own him?
So I've got Sterling on my second account. That's just the risk you have to take with Kane instead of Sterling. Yeah. There's nothing really you can do about it.
No. But you're on 78 points. You got Perez left. You're feeling confident ahead of tomorrow's game versus Wolves?
I think they're at home. Perez has looked good in pre-season, and I think he'll have a good game with Vardy scoring 2 goals. 2-0 Leicester with assist from Perez.
Just one final question, Tajem. Are you thinking of making any transfers, or are you happy with this team for game week 2?
I might switch Fraser to Sigurdsson and maybe instead of Digne get Coleman in.
Right. Okay. Interesting. That's a very you're willing to waste a transfer to basically swap. In fact, you know what? Are you in our Cash Mini League?
I am not.
Oh, then I'll give you some advice then.
Don't take
So-
out Fraser.
Yeah, I'll give you advice then. I wouldn't even bother downgrading the 0.5 for Coleman, because Dini's probably a better option in my opinion. But
yeah,
And Fraser's better than
Fraser
Siggy
also
at the
has
moment.
fixture.
yeah, I would hold that transfer full stop. Tajem, thank you for joining us on tonight's Elite
Yeah,
FPL
have a
Call.
good one.
Cheers, dude. I'm going to bring in Kev, aka Statman, on the show. Kev, you're live on the Elite FPL calling, my friend. Come on, Kev. You are live.
Steve-O.
Yes, you are there. Welcome, my friend. How's your game week been so
How are
far?
you? Well, I'll just say I've been in the. I joined the hangout rather than the waiting room. I was waiting to come on, but I'm glad I did, because I've been consoled by Defender. It hasn't been the best week, Steve-O. I'm not gonna lie.
What you on at the moment?
50 at the moment.
Right.
A few decisions went wrong.
Okay, go on.
Oh, I love that. Join the waiting room or the hangout.
Talk through with what went wrong.
Well, last minute I transferred Van Dijk down to Gomez to have the funds in the bank potentially to move up to Kane or Sterling. So that was one that went wrong. I started Rico ahead of Wesley, which up until the 88th minute looked like a decent call. He lost his clean sheet late. Heaton, as good as he played, we've all seen what Spurs did in the last third of that game. Captain Salah, he's got the Salah one right. Trying to think. I've still got Vardy to play, Wan-Bissaka to play, but yeah, the Liverpool conceding and Fraser did nothing. Steve-O, Mora only got an assist. Yeah, it wasn't the best start.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying. Whereabouts is your team in the Cash Mini League? Oh, here it is. I've got it. Don't worry about that. I'll bring it up now. So,
You got it?
yeah, so you're 69th in the Cash Mini League, and like you said, so the quick question is, straight away, are you planning on doing any transfers for next game week?
Just the planned one, the Mora. I'll downgrade Mora to, because the whole point of going Van Dijk to Gomez was to put $1 million in the bank, and then Mora to a 6 miller gives us 2.5 in the bank going to game week. So I can have a good look at Sterling and Kane, see which second premium I'll go up to, or Aubameyang. Should I have just stuck with Van Dijk and took them 8 points? And then had to take a -4 if I did need to go up. I'm not sure, but I'm not panicking, Steve-O. I live by them decisions.
Are you confident ahead of tomorrow's game with Jamie Vardy up against potentially tired Wolves?
Yeah. I checked Vardy's stats for the start of last season. I think he got off to a goal in the first game, maybe a couple in the second, in the third, and one in the fourth. So I think Vardy could do all right. And yeah, to be honest, Steve, it was that move down to Gomez. I'm kicking myself a bit because obviously at 5.5, I looked at Coleman and Zinchenko. I had Zinchenko the whole time. So although it's just one game week, was it a bit of a daft move, thinking I was going to clean up on the clean sheets for Liverpool by going Gomez? Should have.
Why did you get Gomez in instead of Van Dijk?
Why did I go Gomez
instead of Van Dijk? Yeah.
Just for the $1 million in the bank, because I couldn't see a way of getting from KDB to Sterling if needed be. So now with that $1 million,
I've just realised
downgrade Mora.
I've just realised you haven't got Sterling. Wow, I've just hit me. What were you feeling after Sterling got that hat trick?
Well, in New Zealand, I wake up to the scores. I don't watch them at 3 o'clock. So I check to see the mini league, and I see there's some huge scores, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, I wonder what I'm on. Flick, and I see with 49 at that stage. It was quite disheartening, but
wow.
Shut up, Puna. No, I'm only joking. I don't know, but I don't know. But I'm not panicking because I've got the money there. If I still think KDB will outscore Sterling next week because if you look at Sterling's history, if he
Are
bangs
you
a
saying you
hat-trick,
got the money there and you're saving it on Sterling? I mean,
No, I've got 1 million there. I've got 1 million, but I always plan to downgrade Lucas Moura. So Lucas Moura to McGinn or Barkley will give us the funds for Sterling. But I think it'll average out. If you look at Sterling, if he bangs a hat trick or if he goes nuts, he doesn't tend to do it consecutively. You know, you have a couple of average weeks. So
he scored, I think, a goal in his last game, 2 goals in the game before. This is some pre-season, but he's been on fire.
No, but in the Premier League last season, I'm pretty sure if he had a big hat trick, he wouldn't go missing for a couple of weeks. But I'm hanging on to that. I'm hanging on to the fact he doesn't do well against the top 6, and De Bruyne hasn't got that. He hasn't got that stat to his name. De Bruyne does perform against the top 6, so I think all you Sterling lads that haven't got KDB could see the yeah.
Look, I'm just saying that Sterling today, if he'd been given the penalty and he'd not been caught offside, he would have had 4 goals and an assist. And
what was the De Bruyne assist? Yes, Gunnar?
Can I just add that Sterling scored a brace against Tottenham in the Champions League last season and had one chalked off.
One chalked
Doesn't
off,
matter.
exactly, yeah.
Doesn't matter. And we were terrible today, so Sterling is going to go blitz. You need to get him in, my friend. You really do.
They come as a pair, it's De Bruyne and Sterling.
Nah, you're not going to panic. If he, like you see, I was just talking to defender, and I can take that extra week. I can take the week. If he bangs, I've got the money there. He's coming in game week 3. If he falters against Spurs and I've got KDB that matches him or outscores him, fine. If you know,
have you thought about how you could deal with another week of him banging and you not having him?
Oh gosh.
I think today just
Can
showed.
I just say something quickly?
Yeah.
Steve. For everyone that doesn't own Sterling, it's been a tough game week, definitely to take. But I completely agree. I mean, Sterling on his day can just explode. But I just feel like if you've got those funds and spread them between KDB and someone like Kane or someone else, there's going to be game weeks where City will score 1 or 2, maybe 3 goals. Sterling, yeah, he will be involved in an assist or a goal or something, but there'll definitely be game weeks where he blanks. He's not going to score every game week, and
he's one of
just
the
depends.
most
It just
consistent in
depends
the
on
league.
your squad. If you can strengthen your squad without Sterling and have like these 2 players that are slightly differentials, you can keep up. You might not be able to overtake people with Sterling, but you can match people for sure. And the game weeks where Sterling maybe doesn't score or maybe just gets 1 assist, you'll definitely see a rank rise. It's a risky tactic to play, granted, and I took it from game week 1 without Sterling, but you know, it's game week 1. Let's just see how game week 2, game week 3 goes.
Yeah,
I mean we've got the wild card. It's a personal choice, isn't it? I don't think you can't. I don't think you can have all 3. You can't. I don't think you can have Kane, Salah, and Sterling and have a very balanced team, but. It's a pick, isn't it? I think you either go with Sterling or Kane or with Sterling and Salah, but for the whole season, let's just wait and see. It's early days, isn't it?
Yeah,
granted, after the West Ham game, I was worried. I was worried, but luckily Kane came with 2 goals at the end of the day. But yeah, I think that. I just think City, there'll be so many different goal scorers throughout the season. Aguero didn't start. Bernardo Silva didn't start. There'll be games where these sort of players will score the goals and Sterling might not be involved as much. So, let's just wait and see. So, if you're not owning Sterling and you've got a good squad, don't panic just yet. Just wait and see.
Can I just say the past 3 games between Spurs and City, it's only been 1-0 to City or the Champions League.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I'm not panicking for next week. No way am I panicking.
Yeah, I
it's
yeah,
it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think John made a very interesting point here. Oh, Resi Dazzle with I don't know if it will come up through, but he sent in a super chat. Here we go. Here we go. What's he going to say? Come on, are you going to speak? No, I thought he was going to say something.
Resi
Oh, here we
Daisy
go.
11 donated €5 through Super Chat. Still grinding Steve-O Stream King. Love you gesture. 100.
Thank you, I really, really appreciate that. And on that note, I'm going to have to end the stream because number 1, I've got to go to bed. Number 2, this is now all flashing red. So I'm going to have to do the admin, guys. Just before...
Cheers, lads.
Just before we let you go, Statman, any final words?
Non-Sterling owners, don't panic. Newcomers, don't panic. Don't wildcard. Don't take hits. Just be patient and stand by your decisions. It's just game week 1. It's 37 to go. That's all I'll say. Cheers, Steve.
Cheers, Kevin. I completely disagree with what Kev's just said because everybody's a rival of mine, and I hope that you wildcard, triple captain, bench boost, everything. John, any final words from yourself?
Josh King is definitely coming out my team. That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you.
I made a mistake. I really wanted Jota in from the start, but never. He's going. Josh King's going.
There we are. Cheers, John. Thank you so much, mate.
Okay, mate.
Cheers, dude.
See you.
There we are. Vince, any final thoughts?
Perfect. I'll just say that Jota here was a perfect segue to Jota tomorrow, and let's have it.
There we are, Vince Chapman there with Jota, and Boona. Finally, any final words before we end this stream?
De Bruyne cannot cover Sterling. Covering players is a myth. Get Sterling in and be happy.
There we are. See you all tomorrow. That's awesome. Thank you, Boona. Thank you so much. There we are, everybody. Thank you so much for this. I have been amused by some of the questions that... some of the comments made by a few people. You said this was only going to be an hour. You said that person was going to be the last caller. You said that 16 callers ago. This is what happens on these solo streams with myself and Jason. If you've got the conversation coming, we will just speak and get you live on air. The impromptu ones, like, not quite impromptu, but ones like this, we are trying to build structure with them, and I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, we're getting conversation going about the world of fantasy football and football in general. We had some wonderful conversation with Boona about his experiences at Tottenham today, and had some great guests on it. It means absolutely fantastic. So let's just get on with the admin, and let's finish it there. Number 1, thank you from myself and Jason for joining us live tonight. It's been absolutely fantastic reacting to today's games and what's happened to your teams. There's been some highs. I mean, at the moment, Kev there, his team's a bit of a low at the moment, but it doesn't matter. It's just game week 1. Switch Dude saying, is it too late to join your league? No, it's not too late. You can join the free one. The code is up on screen. But you can't. The cash league is closed now. That's officially closed, so you don't need to worry about. You can't join the cash mini league, basically. As ever, if you've enjoyed the stream, by all means hit that like button. It just shows your support, really. If you have enjoyed everything full stop and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and you'll be getting involved with the Discord, and of course the Discord Link is in the description. Just hit that and you can be part of this wonderful show. You can call in and talk to myself and Jason about how your game week has gone, and also, more importantly, you get to chat to everybody else while you're waiting in the waiting room, or you go in the hangouts, and there are all other benefits to the Discord group, so highly recommend you check it out there. Twitter, we are very, very active on Twitter within reason. We do most of our advertising on there, polls and everything, so yeah, get involved in that. It's at Elite FPL. We do have an Instagram page which is at Elite FPL, but we don't really use it that much, to be honest with you. Other than that, myself and Jason will be back live tomorrow taking your calls. I think we're going at 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, myself and Jason will be going live, reacting to not only the Leicester Wolves and Newcastle Arsenal games, but also the big game between Man United and Chelsea. Will Wan-Bissaka get that clean sheet, an assist and goal? Who knows? Will Martial prove that he's worth that 7.5 over Lucas Moura? We will all find out tomorrow. Other than that, thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to bed. Take it easy, guys, and see you all tomorrow with myself and Jason.